I done held you down, light skin. 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 I done held you down, light skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I done held you down, light skin. I done held you down, light skin. I done held you down, light skin.
We about to come, guys. We about to come. I'm getting my hookah cold set up. Hold on.
Tryna, wait.
Okay. Smoking on that motherfucking Hussein boat. Got a bitch in a room and she sniffing coke. Man, I ain't gonna motherfucking joke. That bitch about to get on her knees in deep throat. She bouncing on my motherfucking dick. She did a motherfucking big split on the dick. Yeah. Testicles 1, 2, testicles 1, 2. Salute the motherfucking 2 Wild Crew Discord off in this thing, man. You already know what it is, man. Woo! That was a good intro. Let me get me a brew real quick, guys. Salute to everybody who went through that intro. Yo, those beats are hard, right? The motherfucking beats are hard, bro. Salute to, I think it's Yo Love, too. Yo Love was saying, I'm trying to find that beat, you know. I got to get y'all a good intro to get y'all warmed up and shit. You feel me? Oh, man. Yo, I started a little late because I had a video I shot. And I don't know how long I'm going to be up here. But I'm going to make sure I get everything off because I got to go downstairs and cook, too. I got to cook. I shot a video today, which is gonna drop probably at 9:30 because I'm gonna finish this, and I need to do the thumbnail. I got a lot of stuff to back up and do back to back. So I'm trying to get everything squeezed in enough time. You feel me? And it's been a couple days since your boy has went live. You know, it's been a little bit. Let me see how many days it's been, because, you know, forgive me, guys. Forgive me for not going live. You new guys don't know, June 15th was the... Wow, I'm already hit with the limited ads. Things are about to get serious. Addressing some comments as well. And it's already hit with the yellow ad. What? Yo, hit that link in the description. Drop some donos off in the Streamlab for the text-to-speech if you can. If not, hey, man, I love y'all being here. Salute to everybody in the building, by the way. Dallas King, Yo Love, Bless, Tam, Turtle Big, Barry, Larry in the building, J Brand, Gucci Lou, Rico 2 Ocho. Where you been at, Rico? Chicago Southside in the building. Brandon in the building. Corey Brooks is in the building. What's good, Corey? Nematode in the motherfucking building, man. You steady playing them weak-ass instrumentals, but never play the 2 Wild Classics anymore. You know what, Nema? I got you, bro. I got you. You want what you want? The South hold it down. What do you want? What song would you want to end it off with? Salutes to BTC in the motherfucking building. To my motherfucking OG Discord members in this thing. Salutes to Hasib in this thing. Salutes. 4K visual. Back with the residuals. You already know what it is. Salute. Sushi Fresh. Sushi, where you been at, bro? That's a person I've been looking forward to seeing in a minute. I ain't seen Sushi in a minute. Chappelle Henning in the building. Oh, shit. Nicole about to come up here and start saying it's time to cook. But, all right. So, let's get straight to it, man. You guys see the title, man. Things are about to get serious, you know? And addressing some comments. And I guess things are about to get serious because of 2 things. I'm going to address some things, but also a whole nother offside topic that I want to, give a salute to Zaya on, because I was thinking about this already, and I talked with my accountant on it, and we'll get into that one as well. Let me go ahead and get straight to the point for the main people that probably clicked it for the clickbait, so it ain't clickbait, you feel me? So, the other day we did a live stream on Danny Moore. Danny Moore, if you guys remember, was people went back, found some tweets of him saying the N-word back in 2018. And we did a live stream on it. Hell, it was a long live stream. It was broken down. I spoke on how I did not like it. I was very adamant. I was very opinionated on it. The main part, though, that I was focused on, and I want y'all to remember that, and correct me if I'm wrong. If you think I'm capping, type it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Say I'm capping. But one of the main points about that whole entire live was that Danny Moore deleted his Twitter and just ran away from the whole situation. Deleted the Twitter, it exploded, and then nothing was said or done out of that. And I had told him bruh, just if anything, just address it. Come on here, address it, or make a tweet about it, or address it. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge the situation. That was the main point. Acknowledging what happened. Don't just do it and act like it didn't happen. That's my main thing. I don't give a fuck if you apologize 50 times. You don't even got to apologize to me. I'm not even looking for the apology. Acknowledging things is the part that I respect out of anybody. Is when you can acknowledge something, when you can see it and say, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? The apology part, I don't focus much on it, because an apology is not always for the person that's receiving it. It's sometimes for the person that's giving it. Suits the skinny on that as well. And what I mean by that is you might have done something wrong to somebody, right? And you apologize to that person for doing something wrong, right? But you feel better as an individual because you made that apology towards them. You feel better. You feel good about it. You feel like you accomplished something, and you feel like you can move on from the situation. And hold on. Salute to Jasmine in the building. Salute to Jasmine. This motherfucking blue mist is hitting good too. Woo. Salute to Tito. Salute to Not Tripping. So, with that being said, that was eventually done. I mean, Danny Moore was apologizing to me. I don't even give a fuck about the apology, bro. I was more so just acknowledging it and not running away from the situation, not deleting it. You feel me? So that's what I just recommended to him that he should do. I didn't tell him, yo, you need to do this, listen to me and do this. I just said, bro, I think you should just acknowledge that you fucked up, or acknowledge that you made the tweets and, come back and just keep it going. Canceling, and I'm not all for that. And at the end of the day, that canceling shit, some people are just not going to give a fuck at the end of the day. You feel me? People are just not going to give a fuck. It is what it is. But I think the acknowledgement is the one part to it. So, on that live, though, I had a panel of people. Craig No Ice Cube was on there. And I said it on the live. If I got to pull it up, I'll pull it up. If I got to search for it, I might not be able to do it now because it might delay this whole entire live stream. But if y'all need me to go on a follow-up or just a clip or something, I can pull it up. But in that live stream, people was making comments about Kais saying the N-word in the past. And I even said on the live in my own voice, like, Kais had did this shit happened to Kais back in the day. And Kais addressed it. Like I said that. I said that. I also said that David D. Money, he used to say it to black people back in 09, 06, 07, 08, growing up, like in Atlanta. There was certain white boys that got that pass. And it was said, it is what it is. You could say you'll slap the shit out of somebody and do all this and that, and maybe you will. But in Atlanta, certain white boys got that pass. It is an indicator, whatever. Some people gonna tell you no, what I don't listen. I know multiple white boys that got that pass in the hood, like in everything. So that's I just made that statement though, that like Kais had been through this situation. David then went through this situation. Like David too. Like people did that way back in 2006, 7, all that shit. So, Craig No Ice Cube made a tweet the other day about Kais. Pulled up some old screenshot of some old tweets from Kais of Kais saying the N-word. Kais saying just using it like very similar to Danny Moore. I'm not gonna say anything different there. Like it's not like this is no like trying to defend Kais but then defend Danny Moore. Defend Kais but not defend Danny Moore. Kais, though, used it. Danny Moore was in 2018. Kais was in 2011. The thing is that I stated before here and I stated again. And if anybody in the chat remembers, feel free to let me know if you remember. If you don't remember, you can say you don't remember. But didn't we call Kais on the phone and ask him about this? And he told us what the situation. He told us that he used to use that word back in the day and that he don't use it no more and that was wrong and all that. Just let me know, am I tripping? Because the majority of the, I'm tripping. I know you here, but I'm not talking to you. But I know that the majority of the people that I've spoken to and that I have in my chat remember this situation. And Q is saying, y'all letting white people call y'all that disgusting. The thing is, Q, and this is not a defense, but the thing is, bro, if you go back and look at your tweets and anybody's tweets back in like fucking 10 years ago, if you go back and look, I promise you, the way we all was talking was crazy. Compared to the shit we said back then, we can't say now. Go look at Eddie Murphy Raw, right? Go look at Eddie Murphy Raw and Delirious. Shit that he said a comedian say nowadays, they'll fucking try to cancel you. Some crazy shit like that. So believe it or not, you might think it's disgusting now. Yes, it is disgusting now. But back then, bro, there's a lot of shit that we let slide. There was shit that I was saying. The F word, I'm not going to say it because we're on Twitter. But that FA word, you know what I'm saying? That talks, yeah. That shit is about to be knocked out in a couple of years. Like it's already there. Okay, so majority of y'all saying, yes, y'all remember it. Now, Kais is wrong for doing that. Kais is just as wrong for Danny Moore for doing that. The difference is, though, is that when Craig pulled this up this past weekend or whatever the fuck, last week, I had already talked about this story. I've already had talked to Kais about this personally. I've already addressed this man personally. So I'm not finna double back, even though I'm damn near doing it now, and address it again. That's the difference here. That's the difference in this whole entire situation. What's going on? No, I'm not comparing to Carol's. What I'm just trying to say is that the words that we once used back then are going to slowly, there are a lot of them, a lot of shit you say, a lot of shit you've said in the past, you can't say that shit now. A lot of shit, bro. So, that was my main point, though, is that I already had talked about it. 5 years from now, if y'all bring up Danny Moore's tweets, I'm not going back live to talk about Danny Moore again with any type of story. I'm not going back live. You know what this is the same example of, not to the extreme, but it's just like motherfuckers who, 5 years from now, they'll be like, yo, how the fuck is Nike or somebody working with Tony D? He used to review reps. And it's like, oh, Tony D used to review fake sneakers? Like, every couple years, you got to get reminded by something to re-explain the situation over and over. The thing is, with that situation, is Danny Moore's situation was brand new. Kai's situation was old. If Harrison Neville come out tomorrow with some motherfucking tweets that got the N-word in it, we'll talk about it. You feel me? It is what it is. I'm going to talk about it. But of course, I already had my conversation with this man on live and behind closed doors about that. You know what I'm saying? He's already had the conversation with me. So at that point, there's no reason to continue doing another live on the same situation on something that's already been reported and that brand new and stupid about it. There's no excuses for it. They're both wrong. The one main difference is that Danny Moore deleted his Twitter for the situation. Kais is still up. He never deleted anything. Now, if you want the man to go and make a Twitter announcement and all that, that's something y'all gotta go put up with that man. How he decides to announce that or speak on it, that's on him. I got my word. I got what I needed out of the man. I came and confronted the man up front and talked to him personally. So at the end of the day, if y'all motherfuckers don't like the man, that's on y'all. If y'all got an issue with that man, that's on y'all. Same thing with Danny Moore. Danny Moore was apologizing to me. I didn't need all that. I just told him I don't understand why you deleted your Twitter off the situation. So at the end of the day, I wanted to come and address this because motherfuckers might think that I don't have the same energy. I had the same exact energy for Kais as I did for Danny Moore. The only difference is that I had that conversation with Kais probably a year or two ago on this topic. The shit's old, super old. Whether the man say it behind closed doors, I don't know what the fuck anybody do behind closed doors. Y'all know what I do behind closed doors. I could goddamn be doing some crazy shit. But whether he brings it up again or if it ever pops up again, then that's when I would judge the man. You feel me? That's when I would judge him and his actions. Now, as a person, I don't gain nothing from Kais. I don't get nothing out of being... A lot of people, I don't gain much out of a friendship. And I don't look into a friendship to gain anything. And if I felt like that man was racist, hell, if I would have thought Danny Moore was racist, I would not associate with those individuals. I would block them. So at the end of the day, yeah, me and Kais own or have two businesses. I know Kais well enough. I've been around him well enough, and I've never felt like it was a racist type of thing that went down. Was it wrong for him to say that? Do people have the right to feel some type of way about it? You got every right. If you're black, if you feel like that, that's on you, bro. So it is what it is. Decatur Marco, I'm from a Decatur, Georgia, Flat Shoals Parkway, and I don't know no white boys who got that pass. Did you have any white boys that lived up in there that grew up with you, Decatur Marco? Because I've met a few. And look, it ain't like I'm saying I let it pass. I'm talking about there was multiple motherfuckers that let it pass. And I'm not talking about white people. That's what I'm trying to say. It might be the people that you're around. Like at the end of the day, they might be, and what I'm trying to say is it's not like a white boy that's just going around calling everybody nigga. I'm talking about he might have had his group of friends, 15, 20 people that he could say that around. I'm not saying he can go out and go to Kroger and say, hey, my nigga, like this is a random person. Nah, that's not that. That people know there's a time and place for that at the end of the day. So that's my main point. I understand that, Craig, but I mean, you know, I understand that that's what it was meant for, and you know, it got turned into more. I mean, look, people don't like Danny Moore. People don't like Kai. People don't like Danny Moore neither. So that was a perfect opportunity for people to take on both ends there, you know, to go in on the situation. Is exactly true, but that's what I'm saying. But the same thing for Danny. Like I said, at the end of the day, with the Danny Moore situation, it was more so what threw me off with it was the whole fact of the deleted Twitter, bro. I just didn't understand why the man went that fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, hell, I used the N-word before on Twitter. You can find it on there. I got clapped by Hulk Hogan. Blocked me on Twitter because I asked him why he said the N-word back in like 2000 and like it was like an old ass tweet. I had asked him and I'm blocked by one of my favorite wrestlers, bro. It's upsetting like where Hulk Hogan is nowadays too, by the way, but I got blocked for it. You feel me? So let me read some of these comments. look, Jonathan Gibson said, how about Fat Joe? I mean, look, we can sit here and decipher every single person and every single body and say this person, because some people are going to even say I don't even have the right to say it because I am mixed or whatever. That's what people would say to me. But I'm gonna tell you this, bro. It ain't till now. Growing up as a kid, I was never questioned about my race, or even on anything I filled out. I never filled out white. I filled out black. You know what I'm saying? So today things are just different. Times have just changed, and there's a lot of shit that we have said in the past, that we done in the past, that people ain't gonna fly with, bro. It ain't. And I'm not sitting here to say that motherfuckers need to be okay with it. You know, I'm not saying that you gotta be okay with it. I'm not saying that Kai should get a pass. If you feel some type of way about it, then that's on you. You know, I'll tell you this: the people that feel some type of way, majority of them already felt some type of way about Kai. So it ain't like somebody's here that liked Kai, saw that, and then was like, "Oh, I hate that man now." Same thing for Danny Moore. You know, it is what it is. Hey, fuck Hulk the person, but the wrestler, I can't say fuck Hulk Hogan, man. Hollywood Hogan, man. I can't say that, bro. The person, Terry, whatever the fuck his name is, Terry Hulk or whatever the hell, fuck him for that. Yeah, I'm blocked by Hulk Hogan, bro. That shit fucked me up, though. I ain't gonna cap. Look, I'll show y'all. That shit hurt my feelings. Wait, is Hulk Hogan... Wait, what is... Hold on. That nigga might have blocked my ass. Let me show y'all this shit, man. I can't even see his fucking I can't even see his account. And when the statement was made, a lot of people wanted to see look. A lot of people, oh no, y'all can't see it. A lot of people wanted to see the actual clip of Kais, you know, me and him talking. I spent about 4 hours trying to find that fucking clip, and I can't find it, bro. So it is what it is. If y'all don't want to believe it, that we had to talk, then so be it. But I had to talk with the man on screen and off, and it is what it is on that. So the only reason why I didn't make another live and go all into it is because it was old news. It's already been addressed. It's already been talked about. There's a lot of things that, you know, which is something that's new to you might not be new to the community or everybody over here. I want to see where the fuck it did my man Decatur Marco speak back. I can't even see. I don't think Decatur Marco's. I'm looking. I gotta make sure also these donos are working, cause make sure everything's working.
Ooh,
All right, cool,
that
cool.
pussy popping on a handstand.
The reason why this is tricky is because there is a thing where you can provide defense for others. Trouble can legally protect Shorty from getting beat up. But then if old dude lives there, he can try to claim self-defense from Trouble.
Salute. Yeah, it was new to Sneaker Twitter, old to YouTube. That's the thing. And Sneaker Twitter is his own animal, bro. Sneaker Twitter is its own thing, bro. Believe me, it's a whole different thing. Like, it's motherfuckers over there, and that's not even new. Like Sneaker Twitter, Sneaker YouTube, that shit had beefs for years, man. I remember Don Drew and them, and a lot of people that I had went back and forth with back in the days, Rack and all that. So it's just a whole different atmosphere over there than compared to now. But you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to that whole situation, yeah, I mean that's why I didn't jump up to go live. I haven't went live in about 4 or 5 days anyway. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna just ignore it. I'm gonna address the shit, you know. And that's what it is. And go from there. Why are y'all trying to normalize disrespecting black people? What if society started using a different racial slur? Who's normalizing that? Who's normalizing disrespecting blacks? Who? Matter of fact, as always, hold on. Let me put the link out here. We can get some people in here to come up here and talk. I don't get what that statement is. I'm hearing it from. I'm hearing that statement that it said normalizing disrespect, but from two different perspectives. Like I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding what that statement means. Oh shit! What the fuck? The hell? That shit trying to clap my shit. Yo, am I purple to y'all? Y'all see that shit? All right, let me put this out here. If anybody want to take the link, feel free, man. Okay, I am purple. Okay, cool. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm about to fix that shit. All right, cool. We back. All right. Testing. All right, we good over here too. All right, so if anybody want to come up here and ask a question, Mike, what's good, Mike? Oh shit, yo, Mike is loud. Hold on, Mike, step out real quick. Yo.
What's up, man?
What's good,
I'm
bro?
here.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
No,
I missed a little bit of the subject and stuff. I just caught the end of it. You know.
Oh no, I mean it ain't really like much of a subject. It was just like, you know, some other tweets from Kais had popped up on Twitter, and the fact that me and him have business together.
Yeah, I know Kais. I've seen his YouTube videos. Yeah, I've seen y'all at like sneaker shops and events together back in the day. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kais looks like a good old dude too.
Everybody. Everybody's not gonna like everybody. Motherfuckers don't like me, so I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, I won't take it away from the fact that he was wrong for saying it. It was 10 years ago, and I'm not trying to. And even then, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, even I've messed up one time. I had money on the NC State game, and I think Georgetown, and I slipped up and said something I shouldn't have said one time, you know. But I'm not gonna go into that. You know, nobody's perfect, you know.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to take this away. And like I said, I don't want to make it desensitize it or make it, like I said, any less. The same exact way I felt about the Danny Moore shit is the same way I felt about that.
Yeah, I understand. So, you got to call it down the middle. You got to be fair. Yeah. I understand.
So the only difference is that I didn't have Danny Moore's contact. You know, at the end of the day, he reached out to me. And I had Kais's contact. So once that was actually said, that's when I actually reached out to the man first and foremost. And then, as we did, we had he came on the live and spoke up about it. So it is what it is on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I understand why. I look white. That's the bottom line. I identify as white. Everybody, all my black friends, white boy. You're joking. Because we've been friends for a long time, so I don't take anything offense that they say to me. But I still don't feel like I have a right to say it or a pass, even though I'm mixed, but I identify white. I feel that, it's more of a respect thing, Yeah, I mean, not to say it.
Nah, I feel you.
But I didn't know you educated me because I was born in '79. I'm between you guys as far as age difference and stuff, but I'm still with the culture, the shoe culture, because I actually seen Jordan play ball. But I didn't know the MF word was racist.
MF?
Yeah, you know what the word? Actually, I said it and didn't even know it. The MF word. Yeah, you know the fuck and the.
Well, that was that. But that was a. I mean, that was like a really big like that's some shit that I didn't even know about when that was brought up to our attention on that last stream.
I didn't know about it. Y'all educated me, and I found out.
I didn't know about that neither, though. I ain't gonna cap. So that shit's so fucking old. Hold on, yo.
Yeah, but you said there was no definitive proof that was racist, and I'm here to tell you it is because you educated me.
Yeah, we'd have to do some big research. What's good, Craig?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, look. First off, I'd just like to say
You started
didn't
this
wake-
shit, man.
Look, I didn't wake. Look, I just want to say I didn't wake up in the morning necessarily thinking that I was just about to destroy the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
granted, I was kind of like in a funk that morning. I definitely was like choosing violence because I was frustrated about some shit that I had been seeing. Like, you know, you get on Twitter, so a lot of stuff that happens in the background on Twitter, man, like especially sneaker Twitter, where I see so many people get into arguments about shoes, and I see that shit happen a lot, bro. Like people getting called niggas, all kind of shit, man. And for me, I can only speak for my people and how I know that word makes my people feel, especially when it's coming from some fucking rando and like behind a keyboard. It's like, bro, you really wouldn't say any of this shit that you're saying to me.
Hey, Mike, are you smoking a blunt?
So
No, I'm smoking a cigar, buddy.
Oh,
I'm
I'm about to say,
smoking
that's a-
cigars, man.
I'm about
No. 20 years ago now. 20 years ago,
I'm about to
yeah.
say that's a fat ass motherfucking blunt
No,
right there.
it's a
God
Cuban.
damn.
It's a Cuban.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Cuban.
God
It's a Cuban
damn.
cigar.
The reason this started was I was kind of already feeling some type of way about that, but I hadn't
Hey,
spoken.
Mike, mute yourself real quick when you're not, because that piece you got is real sensitive. Just mute yourself, and then when you want to talk.
Okay, yeah, I just had the earpieces, I know,
Yeah,
because
nah,
I know
you
I
good.
got that.
You
I
good?
know I got that country ass.
Yeah, nah. When you're not talking, just mute it, and then when you want to talk, unmute and talk. All right. That's all. Go ahead, Craig.
So,
Yeah, I got you. I got the earphones off.
Oh, you good?
I got the earphones
now
off.
you way better now. Yeah, now you way
Yeah,
better.
that's better.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know in the Discord, people, you know, I had a couple trolls out there. I don't know what fucking Mike's saying, that hillbilly butt fucker and all this other shit. So, you know, here you go. I got some earphones for you, troll.
So go ahead, Craig.
Are you sure I can go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much the way that all that shit started, bro, was I kind of was going down the wormhole and I saw some old stuff about Caius basically just saying like, man, fuck this, I don't want to do sneaker YouTube no more. He was kind of like just like he didn't want to do anything with sneakers because it was like he wasn't gonna get paid money the way that he was getting paid on YouTube before. Like it was like some shit like that.
It was old.
Yeah, it was some old stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, bro. Like I remember I started tweeting about it. I was just like, man, do y'all remember when people was like legit pissed about not being able to get paid for doing YouTube sneakers and they was gonna quit? And I was like, Caius was one of those people that was like, I'm gonna like not do YouTube anymore. And I was just like, random thought, crazy, but like culture vulture type shit. Like I'm tweeting about culture vulturing and stuff like that, and then someone sends that photo to me, and mind you, the photo didn't come with a date of when that was.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, he also does shit like this, and it was like, what? And that was completely new to me. Because and the reason why it was new to me was because after Caius was going on that tangent about, you know, was pissed about how sneaker YouTube was changing and he didn't want to do sneakers anymore, I just stopped fucking with it. I just stopped watching his content. I stopped paying attention to him in general. And so yesterday was like the first time I just had Caius's name in my mouth, and it was just like on my mind randomly about like the state of sneakers, and was just wondering, like, I wonder what made him change his mind. And then someone sent me that video, someone sent me that picture. And so I was just like, see, this is the shit I be talking about. Hey, look, y'all, and this is when you look at the tweet is basically, I just used it as an example, and I didn't necessarily mention him, but I was just like, yo, like, just because, you know, you're wearing Travis Scott's and, you know, you're wearing Jordans, you're wearing Yeezys, you're not black. Don't be out here just dropping the N-bomb like that. And that was the one tweet I saw. And then someone tweeted a photo with like a string of tweets. And it was just like, oh, damn, there was more. And then that's when I saw that was from 10 years ago. And then you said, hey, Craig, I already talked to him about this. And I was just like, oh, well, shit. I didn't know about it. Like, this is new to me. which kind of also goes into the conversation of shit.
The only reason why I said that to you specifically, the only reason why I was saying that to you, Craig, specifically is because, Craig, you might be like the number one dude that has taken the link over here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, like, I feel like Craig was either in the motherfucking live with me or something, but then I'm thinking from what I'm learning is that this was addressed on a phone. It wasn't even addressed on a Streamlab type of platform. That's what I'm trying to think it is, because I think this was way before I even started doing these, like, remember I used to have people call in and shit, like on the phone and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was then. I don't think it was even like on this. But I was thinking like, damn, Craig don't remember that shit? Because like, you know, Craig be always in my shit, like probably the most motherfucker that hop in. So that's why.
And I definitely didn't. Because had I known that it was already addressed, I probably wouldn't have just used him.
I mean, you got the right. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to take it. You got the right to feel how you feel. And if it bothered you, it bothered you, you know? That wasn't even the point. It's not me saying like, man, it's been addressed. I need to stop crying about it. It's just more so like, man, it's been addressed. I didn't respond. It was more so people like, is Tony Sneaker Fetish was like, is there going to be some lives that going to go on? He was talking about me. Sneaker Fetish, you're in the chat. I see you. You know you was speaking about me, speaking about Zaya, whatever. And I was just like, bro, I'm not scared to talk about none of this shit at the end of the day. The reason why I might not go live about it is because it was already something that was on this platform years ago. You know, that's the only reason. Like, I don't double back and talk about old shit like that. You feel me? I just don't. Like, if somebody can point to a point where I brought back something like that, then maybe you have an argument. But if y'all know me and people in the chat know me, like, I talk about something and I keep it moving. So, you know, that's just how I go at the end of the day. That's just how I am with a lot of shit. I don't stay on one thing. Like, even like I said, Danny Moore came and went. Like, it is what it is. If new tweets surfaced, I'm not gonna go back and say it, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's done.
Right. Like, I don't even think it's like your responsibility to say anything about it. I think the reason why people made a huge emphasis on you saying something about it is because Kais is so close to you. Because if people made the assumption that you have the relationship with Kais like you have with Danny, they wouldn't hold that same high level of expectation for you to say anything about it.
Yeah.
To, you know, kind of touch on the question you asked before you posted the link, like who's trying to normalize it? I mean, people trying to normalize the disrespect on an everyday basis. Whether it's like people personally, or whether it's like school systems trying to get rid of Black history, and I'm not really going to touch too far into that. But Perfect Influence, there was a guy in the comment section, and he responded with, "People are just being sensitive nowadays," and it's nobody's being sensitive about that situation. Like, you can't be oversensitive to that situation because of what it is.
Yeah, it's real.
What the negative connotation is behind it. And people keep making excuses and trying to justify what situation it's okay to say it and what situation it's not okay to say. It's not okay to say it at all. From my point of view, my perspective, like people say, everybody got opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one and it may stink. But from my perspective, I don't care if it's an ER on the end, if it's an A on the end. If you put two C's in the middle instead of a G, it ain't okay, because we know at the end of the day, we know what you're trying to say, and we know what you're
Yeah. But even like the reason, the sensitive part, right? I agree with you on that. What my main thing is that, and like Marco was saying, Decatur Marco was saying people weren't saying that. What I'm trying to say is that people was. Like, the thing is, like, and it's, once again, it's like I said, we are not, I don't think we're becoming even sensitive. I think it's more so like woke and acknowledging those things, because let's not forget, and like, once again, this is not defense. It's just showing you the difference of time. But y'all not remember, like, fucking Jackie Chan saying nigga in the movie? Like, they don't even make those or even like, there's been tons of Rush Hour. Remember the movie where Chris Rock was white, died, and he was white, and the white dude said nigga. I think the white dude said nigga, but it's been like that shit was a joke in movies back in the day. That shit don't happen
Right.
like that now. They don't
Right.
play with that word now at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like Jackie Chan was like, "What's up, my nigga?" Remember that?
Right.
And we're laughing.
Right.
We're laughing. That shit now
Right.
is not funny. So, you know, people would say that's being sensitive. I'm not gonna say it's being sensitive. I'm just saying that everybody was letting that shit slide more than you think. Like,
Right.
people could say they wasn't letting it slide, but bro, you was laughing when Jackie Chan said that shit.
Because like over the decades, like they forced that on us to be the norm.
Mhm.
So we didn't
Yes.
really look at it as a high level of disrespect. We knew they were being disrespectful, but because it was forced and we were forced to accept it as other people saying it being the norm, we kind of just let it slide.
Yeah.
And now today, with even the smallest thing not being able to slide, like shooting a bird at a police officer can get you arrested because it's considered assault.
Yeah.
So if something is something as soft as shooting a bird at a police officer and you being able to be arrested is, you know, that
Acidine.
then saying the N word is definitely a issue. I think like on Trippin's video, when he did his video about it, I couldn't believe what some people were saying in the comment section. One dude had the nerve to say 10 years ago they didn't know how disrespectful or how serious the word is. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it's people's mindset that just like really blows me when it comes to something like this. We're not talking about like somebody walking up to somebody and calling them a stupid idiot.
Yeah.
Also, too, you know, Jackie Chan was scripted.
Yeah.
Now, if Jackie Chan was like on TMZ and he went in there and said, "What's up, my niggas?" to some people, it'd been like, "Oh yeah, like Jackie Chan."
Yeah.
Wild,
It was scripted, but I honestly believe that
but even
I believe that's more so normalizing it more than
Right.
than
Because I mean, him as a star, he could have had the star power to say, "No, I don't want to say that line."
Yeah.
Because we've heard plenty of times about
it wasn't
actors
like
and actresses refusing to say lines.
But even in the movie, it's not like he wasn't like embraced when he said it. It was everybody that was in there looked at him like he was crazy and was trying to fuck Jackie Chan up because he just said the N-word.
Yeah, that's true. When he was in the bar,
so that's why it'd have been different if it was like Jackie Chan had a scene and he basically sitting around with a bunch of people saying nigga and
right.
Yeah, you might
right.
Sneaker Fetish said the word is no less offensive now than it was back then. No, I actually think it's more offensive now than it was back then. Like not like the word is, but people react more now.
Yeah.
Like you'll see a motherfucker get their wig split off that shit now.
Right.
Back then it wasn't.
And then like for people that sit in the comment section or anywhere and say, well, I said when I'm with my friends. That's a false sense of security. And you bring that up because you know if you walk outside of your safety bubble and you know you're gonna get your head, you know you're gonna get your head knocked off. So if you know it's wrong outside of your safety bubble, why would you say it inside of your safety bubble?
Yeah.
Don't say it at all. Don't say it at all. I don't care how many of your friends sit there and call you the N-word. Does it make it right? Absolutely not. So I'm not going to sit there and say it's okay for them to just sit there and call you the N-word and you not say it back.
So homegrown, just asking, not like a trip up question, but you feel like it's wrong to call your white friend, "What's good, my nigga?" Like you just like that's you feel like
that's not okay because like you calling you saying to your white friend, "What's up, my nigga?" You're implanting the idea in their head that they can go ahead and say it, that it's okay.
And that's what Ronzo the Alter Ego was fighting with. If you remember Ronzo the Alter Ego? Yeah, he was saying that.
Yeah, so like if you normalize it in your bubble, not everybody is empirical, meaning not everybody is 100% all the time. So you making it okay for them to say it in their bubble. What if they go out and slip up and say it? they're gonna blame you for them saying it because you made it okay in y'all's little safety circle.
Yeah.
They're gonna fuck up and find out. They're gonna fuck
as
around
funny,
and find
as
out.
funny as it is, that's what happened with Rush Hour. I think Jackie Chan was getting called that, or nah, he seen them. Nah, he seen Chris Tucker and his brother or somebody. He kept saying, "What's up, my nigga?" to all these people, and then I think he fired or something. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
it was.
because he was talking to Chris Tucker. Like Chris Tucker was training him on it, and then they went to the bar, and he felt real tense in the bar, and he walks like when he got tense, he panicked and he said, "What's up, my nigga?"
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "What did you say?" And he said, "What's up, my nigga?" And they started trying to break pool sticks off across his head.
Yeah. And let me go ahead. I don't look, I'm not up here saying once again, because everybody thinks that like I'm trying to say blame Jackie Chan, give Jackie Chan the energy. I'm just explaining that like I am explaining that the word is more sensitive now. It is more it is taken more seriously now than it was back then. That's all I'm saying. Right. I'm not saying that Kais is doing the same thing as Jackie Chan. Like, no. It was obviously, yes, he was acting, he was in a movie. It's a difference there. But the thing is what I'm saying is as a culture, as the world, there's things that are okay, that were okay back then that were not okay now. Now, the main difference with the Danny Moore shit, 2018, I feel like we were still in the same kind of mindset that we are in now. 2021 or where I think it was 2011, my bad. That shit, like I was in college, so even then it's still not okay that it was said. I'm just saying that it was definitely a difference in time. But, like I said, man, Kais gets the same exact I had the same exact feeling with that shit.
Right.
Rodney, what's good, man? You there, Rodney?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Now just making sure you're here. That's all.
Like looking at Kais's tweets and seeing how many it was from video. Would I say Kais is racist? No, I wouldn't say Kais is racist, but I definitely would say he was an idiot at that point in time. He was an idiot back then in 2011. That's what, an 11-year gap. You would hope he learned from it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so for me, tweets like, so that's what's so fucking crazy about the internet, bro.
Yeah.
That shit came back 10 years later. Like, that shit happened so long ago, but it was so new to me. And it's like, there's new people there's new people getting into sneakers. I'm pretty sure Kais is getting new fans every day. I don't know what percentage of them are African American, but it's like, let's say if I was a new fan of Kais and then that shit popped up, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, now his soul is in question. I'm like, nigga, are you a racist? Like, what the fuck? Like, he saying nigga this, nigga that, and whether if it's an old tweet or not, you start to question like, where are you at in your mind? Like,
right.
It's more so that like I don't really care that you said the word, but now I just want to know who are you as a person?
Right. Where your heart at?
Sneaker Fest, the link is right there, right? And he's saying I bet Cash that Kai still uses that word. That's what I'm saying. That's the things that
like stuff like that.
I can't go on that, bro. I used to say faggot, bro. That's the word I was telling you. I don't say faggot no more. I don't that word was like an everyday word. And you can't like
Tony.
You can't it was good, Mike.
What about even you got the new generation coming along and they're more sensitive and stuff. What about all the old movies I used to watch back in the day? Blaze of the Saddles and stuff. Whoever that, I don't remember that black guy actor, but even the white people were saying in Blazing the Saddles. That's a comedy. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it.
What the hell that is, but it sounds like
research it. Just research it because I'm older. Yeah. I'm 42. I'm older. Research that movie.
Absolutely nothing that they did back in the day would fly with the new generation. Nothing in the 90s.
No. The old lady said it blatantly. She said it blatantly in the movie. And everybody was laughing. The black guy, the white guy. I forgot the white guy. He's an old actor.
PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber out there, dropped the N nigga on a game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think I might have made a video on that back when it happened.
And they handed him his ass for that, too.
I'm not.
Because as a gamer, bro, and I was really upset that, like, I didn't, like, that I felt like that there wasn't, like, a whole lot going on with that, but it was like, finally, Like, hey, we need to address this shit because this goes on in the gaming community way too fucking much. Look at what the fuck he's doing.
That's never gonna stop, bro. If you play Warzone,
Right.
I
Oh
play
yeah.
Warzone, and everybody's name in Warzone is a racist name, bro. Like, it's,
Especially on Xbox, you hear all kinds.
Yeah.
But,
My
you
son,
know-
I had to make some of his friends go because some of his friends were saying it, and you can tell blatantly they're white little kids. And I
Yeah.
said, no,
But-
no.
But I'm just
Nope.
gonna.
I think for me,
but
like,
I just want to.
It's just going back to, bro. This is somebody who has endorsements. He has an influence over people.
That's true. That's true.
And it's just kind of like it's always gonna go back to wow. So like, this is the type of person you are. Okay. Well,
I mean, I get that, like I said, but I can't. You know, it's not for Kai to say whether he still uses it or not. I don't know. He's never used it towards me, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's still saying it in private, because like I said, there's a lot of shit that I used to say. I won't say that shit. I just don't say it no more. It's not right, you know. It's allowed.
Right.
It's like I said before, growing up, bro. Like even growing up, once again, like I said, there's things that were very normal back then that's not normal and fuck. We look like there's a lot of things that we looked at and we look at ourselves like bigots. I grew up as a bigot in the fact of being gay. You know, as a kid, like being gay was you know, damn near like weird and like awkward and like, you know, like you look at a gay person, ew, you can't. I don't have that. I look back, I'm like, yo, damn, I was fucked up for thinking that. But that's how it was. Now it's like, you know, it's just,
but at what
what
age would you say you kind of gain some sort of that ignorance fades away?
But that's the thing, Craig. I don't even think that it was an age with that. But specifically, that's what I'm saying. I'm not in. I gotta watch everything I say because I'm stepping on eggshells because people are gonna say, well, race and orientation are two different things. But I'm gonna say this: it wasn't that. I don't think the orientation thing had anything to do with age. I think it had to do with times. You got to remember, in the '90s, gay marriage was not illegal. It wasn't. It was. Now it is. So it's like. We progressively we as a country, as a culture, we had to all change. Like there was older people that was 30, 40 that probably, 40 now, 30 back then that thought that shit was weird. It was not an age. It was a cultural thing of change,
Right. A level of mental progression. It don't really matter what age you are because like, let's say you want to put age in there. Let's put a time of like 2015, 2016. You might have been 20 at that time frame. And you made the decision for yourself that, hey, that word is not acceptable. And then you started spreading that word. Somebody 5 years younger than you might have heard you and said, okay, that's not acceptable. But that's not necessarily has anything to do with time. That just has to do something, well, not age, but that just has to do something with the time in which everything happens and the level of mental progression.
Exactly. I honestly, like I said, when I look back, that word was just, used way more freely back then than it is now. A lot of words, a lot of things. And that's where people say the word sensitive. And I don't agree with everything being sensitive. I just agree with it being more, I think we're just being more aware of the shit we're saying and like listening to it.
So also, I will also say more educated too, because like,
yes,
we have the technology now, so we're just like more educated too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that word.
And that's why I'm against people necessarily getting like canceled. Like someone in my tweets, when I tweeted that said, oh man, like you're trying to get a man canceled for something he said 10 years ago. I was like, this was never about canceling.
Right. I don't care about that cancel culture crap.
Yeah, I was like, as a matter of fact, I tweeted just because I knew those type of people were gonna start coming into my comments. I put out a tweet saying, hey, this isn't about cancel and boycott Kaya's. This isn't about me being fake angry. I'm at peace. I'm not upset. I'm just letting y'all know that I'm just letting y'all know to stop this shit. Don't do this.
Yeah, you're enlightening people like I've been enlightened myself.
Right. Make the person that made the mistake understand it's a mistake, hold him accountable for it, and move on from there. Decide what you want to do from there. But like canceling don't mean crap nowadays. Like
I mean it's really, that's to me the canceling stuff. Unless somebody is really just like he's clearly just been
never stopped
like manipulating the the community into thinking that
Right.
it's like, you know, for people, and then you find out, oh, he's actually been using money for the protest that's been going on.
Ooh, that
Using
Right.
pussy
money for his
popping on
screen
a
that he said he was going to use for
handstand.
this or something else.
So
Like,
hold
okay,
on
right.
real
Talking
quick. Hold
over
on real quick.
that's YouTube. Salute to our sample fam.
Some
I got
motherfuckers
new
been
art to send you,
taking
Tony.
corrective measures.
Salute to motherfucking Andrew in the building, man. Lily here taking over Dad's YouTube. Salute to our sample fam. I got new art to send to you, Tony. Salute. Send that to me. Salute to Lily. Salute to Andrew in the building, man. What's going on, Legend?
I'm still waiting on my slides, Tony.
They
I'm still
coming.
waiting
They
on my
coming.
slides, brother.
They coming. What's good? What's good, Legend?
What's going on, fellas?
No, what's good with you, man?
What's going on? What's going
Talk
on?
to me.
Same old shit. I just want to jump in real quick because my whole thing is I respect the apologies for Kais. It was a long time ago. But he has the ability to go back and delete the tweets. I put that in the chat a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that it's a choice that he because I saw on Twitter that somebody told him not to. Cool. My issue on the other side of it, it comes from, like y'all said, the time we're in 2018, 2019. Danny shows that he uses that word comfortably in his life. And I think that's the difference between that. And I'm going to give Kais a pass on this one, but even though he had the opportunity to delete it, because Tony, I'm like you. I went back as soon as I saw this Kais stuff, and I deleted the FA word out of all of my goddamn tweets just in case. And I'm nobody.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is you just have to take accountability and go, this shit could get worse, or it's going to get brought back up a time and time again. So you should just alleviate it. That's my thought pattern.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he did delete the tweets. So Kais did delete it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
Kais
don't
deleted
know.
them.
I don't know who told him not to delete them. I deleted shit. I've deleted like crazy shit I was saying because I've been on Twitter since 2009. I think 2006. So I had some shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit, not like racist, but just crazy shit I was saying, like this ignorant stuff. Because back then I was out there fucking girls, so I would probably say some shit like fuck the bitch and I'm about to fuck another girl. I might say some crazy, just weird, just insane shit. Just some crazy shit. I was saying crazy shit, bro. And even when I looked at some of those old tweets from Kais, the shit we were saying was like stupid. Like it didn't make no sense almost. Remember, like we used to type capital letter, then a non-capital letter, then like weird just like phases and shit. So it can come back and haunt you. Whether you got your job or wherever you get at, you know, at the end of the day. I will say though, also with Kais's, he was on YouTube at that time. So, and I think he was, I was gonna say, I think he was on YouTube with it. So, him going and deleting it, I think it's good for the fact that if he kept it up, it would just keep getting recycled over and over. I mean, even now, it's still, even
Not
now,
like 10 years later, it could come back and get them again.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
because somebody else is going to say it, and somebody else is going to start to get famous or popular in this community or another. But I believe somebody said it, and forgive me for forgetting who said it, but it's not whether you use the two G's or whatever. It's still offensive, and it's like you know what you're doing because you wouldn't do that in a certain situation. So I think that's what the problem is. You edit yourself. It's kind of like work. I'm not the same person I am at work, but that's different. When you're in your social groups, I have a white best friend. We've been friends since I was 15-ish. He raps. One thing he won't say is the N-word. At least not while I'm around.
Right.
And it's a respect thing. So it's like if you on Twitter letting it fly, that's blatant disrespect.
Because I mean, it's not like he don't know what the word is, bro.
The thing is once again though that I said, and even for Danny, now for 2011 Kais, I said, I feel like Kais was still on YouTube at like he had some sort of notoriety. Now it probably wasn't as big as it is now. With Danny, 2018, I don't think he was that big at all. Now, this is the thing. It goes back to what I said though, where I think that shit was different. Kais saying it in 2011, he had a following. Nobody was checking him on those tweets. Because
that's the internet though. I mean, if he was in person, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't say that in person.
But what I'm saying, Rodney, is if Kais said, "Hey, how my niggas doing right now?" He tweet that, his shit would explode, and people be like, people would tell him, "Don't fucking say that shit." What I'm trying to say is, back when he was saying it, even back then, Kais was like, he was not like super small, but like he's been around for like 12 years now, so nobody was saying nothing back then. Like that's the other weird. Because the reason why I think that's the case is because, like I said, the shit was like people weren't checking motherfuckers like they are now.
So
But I
Tony,
mean,
let me ask you a question real quick though, Tony.
Mhm.
You said back in 2018 when Danny was saying that he wasn't big or wasn't on YouTube,
Yeah.
that shouldn't matter. Like a white person, and no offense, a white person should not be
Nah,
saying
man, you ain't
nigga.
gonna worry about that. I'm half Native American, by the way.
I'm just saying, like, oh,
You can't
a white
tell.
person just saying nigga, you don't have to be on YouTube or nothing. Somebody should be checking you in general,
Yeah.
Right.
popular or not.
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, like, I mean, I get what you're saying, Tony. Because I even have people like I even have trolls that sit up here and be like saying, you know, nigga, but they
Yeah.
would never
Oh,
say
yeah.
that shit to me in person. You feel
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Hell
So
no.
it's like you can say it, and even if people were to, you know, sit there and say, oh man, yo, you shouldn't be saying that. He, you know what I'm saying? Wherever his mind was, if he was gonna go back at him and continue saying nigga, or if he was gonna apologize, he would not say that in a certain situation in someone's
Right.
face or in a group.
So Tap Out says in the West Coast, all the Middle Easterns say it, and the hoods call them sand niggas. As even as
I've heard
even
that
the
before.
Hispanics say
I've
it in
heard that
front of
before.
anybody and
Right.
nobody
Yeah.
bats an eye. And that's what I'm saying. Look, I can't say that Kais wasn't saying it to people in their face or not. I don't know. Do I think he was saying it to black people? Probably not. I would say that.
Right.
Now, was he saying it to his own Middle Eastern friends back then? I don't know. At the same time, we don't even know what the fuck Danny. I don't know if Danny was saying it to who or he. I know Danny wasn't saying it to black people either. Fuck that. But we heard him calling people. He was.
Hell no, he said it about 30 times.
Yeah. So you know.
And then it's like they say people say it over on the West Coast, but that's a safety bubble, but on a larger scale.
Yeah.
Take that anywhere else by yourself and say that word, they're gonna knock your head off.
Yeah, say it in the South like I live. Say it here.
Listen,
knock your head off.
I'm in Virginia. I'm in Virginia Beach, and there's certain shit I wear out here. If I went to the West Coast, I'm not wearing. You just got to
Right.
know your audience.
Yeah.
And like I told somebody, I was like, regardless of where you are, say it to the wrong person, they're gonna knock your head off. And the only thing that might save you is if you walk up on that black person and you say it, and they feel like they have more to lose than whooping your ass.
That's
That doesn't mean
really been the
that doesn't
thing.
mean that they don't want to whoop your ass. That just means that they care about your situation more, because we all know that if somebody says that word to us and we whoop their ass and they call the police don't care nothing about them antagonizing you in the beginning. They gonna say, I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. Put your hands behind your back, and they gonna try to throw as many charges on you as possible. Or you might run across that one individual that says, I don't give a damn what I got going on. I feel strongly enough to whoop your ass and knock your head off as clean as possible.
And
So
for
I'm
me,
always-
like I've never been like the type of person that get that angry, but that's very true. Like some people don't really respond to it,
right?
Because they have more to lose. For me, it's always a support thing, bro. Like it's kind of like these days. So clearly, support does a lot for people.
Right.
A lot of people got fame and fortune and
Lying.
all this type of shit off of the support of our people. So it just goes back to, man, when I see people using that word, I just question your intentions.
Right.
I don't like that. It's just it seems like, you know, you this, not even, I don't want to say you, but these people use words behind closed doors and they wouldn't say it in person.
Right.
And
I tell people you got a 50-50 shot. Take your chance.
There's ultimately a sheer reason why you don't just say it in public. Because if you were just pure, if it was just clear ignorance and you just did it out of ignorance, you just like, oh, I just didn't know, then you could tell. Like somebody just come out and just say this shit and they just go, whoa, bro, you okay? And it's just like, what's wrong?
Right.
The other side of it is when you look at the conversation, when people start using it, especially on Twitter, it's in response to something. They're trying to trigger you. So that's the other side of you. Okay, what was the context that you decided that at this point in your conversation, nigga was where you wanted to go? Again, I'm not talking about the Kai situation. We're talking about the most recent one, because you just go, I know that no matter what, I'm a white guy. And the moment I say nigga, they're going to latch on to me. So it was probably a response, because that's what I get in the trolls. And it's just like, where did nigga come from? Just okay. Now I see what we're doing. You're just trying to get a
Right.
response from me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
You
that
should
question
be.
in the comment section, what about Fat Joe? Somebody asked me under Trippin's video, they asked it's some song by somebody that's not black. Oh no, they asked me, well, what about if somebody that's not black is riding in their car listening to YG and they playing My Nigga. Okay, well, you take your chances. You take your chances. It's 50-50. You get a 50-50 shot. It's Russian roulette with a 2-barrel gun.
Yeah.
One
Can
is
I
loaded and one
back
is
on
not.
to what you just said, homegrown?
Yeah.
So back in the day, Kais used to make videos like mouthing like lyrics in real life, and he would mouth the N-word. And then just a little backstory. I got my kids here, so I can't show like my video or whatever, but Kais almost got hands put on him because he was disrespecting black females and black employees on Fairfax.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
There's a pattern with this dude, and I don't want to keep like I'm attacking you, Tony, but it seems like you always got like an excuse for what he may have said or may have not said, and I can tell you, like without a doubt, that he still uses it to this day, including his wife.
So wait, are you the guy on Twitter now? Because
you blocked me a long time ago. I'm Taco. I just changed my name for my kids.
You sound like you sound just like the guy that's been tweeting me though today. So what is my excuse for him?
Just like you just saying about, oh well, I know you kind of cleared it up about comparing him to Jackie Chan, but I'm just saying like there's a pattern with him, and I know that's your homeboy and that's cool, but
he's trying to say that he feels like you don't want to accept what may be very well true.
And
yeah,
he's doing a live about it now.
But wait, what is?
I had asked you in the chat if he's invited you to your home, because I'm from LA and I've dealt with Kais in person before. So I don't. If you guys might want to say I'm biased or whatever, but I've dealt with the man before. So to be honest, I don't fuck with the dude, but it's a pattern. So like he's disrespected like a lot of not white employees, not Afghan employees, it's like black employees. So he's had issue with black employees all up and down Fairfax. All the old videos he had with the whole lyrics in real life, he would mouth the word. He wouldn't like kind of like not say it, but he would mouth it. So it's like a pattern, like, and then that's the reason why what happened on Fairfax happened, because he kind of like felt like he was above everybody, and then we had people had to put him back down to earth. But
him is a hell of a drug.
Okay, so this is the thing though, right? This is the thing, and like I said, I appreciate you taking the link because I love to have somebody that may disagree with me and all that, but respectfully,
a debate.
Yeah, respectfully. You're talking about a story I've never heard of. Where can I find this story about this? When was this story? Because I don't just come on here and start saying shit and I can't point out to when this was done, like where he was on Fairfax disrespecting black people and this and that. So at the same time, like I feel like as a person that's coming on the panel saying that, I would like to hear, some sort of I would like some sort of evidence to that.
You want some empirical evidence.
Because it's like you just up here saying he says the N-word, his wife says it behind it, like, but like, how do you, you have like a secret microphone? Like, how do you know he's saying that? Is someone telling you that's close to him saying he's saying that, or like what?
So like when we was out on Fairfax, he would be with his two brothers and a bunch of like other Middle Eastern friends. That's when he first started like riding heavy with Jamie. So he would be on Fairfax just throwing the N-word around his circle. Like he would just be, these niggas, that. And then he was making content at the time mimicking black women. And he would go into these stores and then come out like after vlogs and stuff, down talking the employees who just so happened to be black. So he had issues on Fairfax for a long time. You can ask him the story. He'll tell you. He can confirm it. He just happened to be in front of Supreme, and I can't say too much because I don't want to put the other man's business out there. But he almost got hands put on him because of that. Like he was real like snarky about it. Like, how dare you tell me what kind of content I can make and what I can say and blah blah blah. So that's where I'm getting my evidence, like firsthand being there. But like I said, like I'm not trying to come at you like sideways or anything. I know you're being a friend. That's what friends do. You're being a friend. It's just like when he won't say nothing about it and allows you and Jack Slates to like kind of come to his defense, it just makes him look really bad because he can easily just come up on here, take the link himself, and just explain himself. And
I didn't do this I didn't do none of this for his defense though. I did this because somebody and people was thinking that I won't address it. I won't talk about it. That's why I'm here.
That's why I had put in the chat. I was like, you surprised me by actually addressing it, which is cool. Like I respect that. I'm just saying that there's a pattern. And then like the question I asked in the chat was if he's ever invited you to his family's house, because out here, like somebody in the chat said that they say it, Middle Easterners don't get a pass.
Right? Yeah. No.
Like Middle Easterners don't get a pass in LA. Period. Like you got to be a Blood or a Crip if you Asian, and that's in Long Beach. Hispanics say it in South Central because we grow up with like black and brown people grow up together. But even like in 2022,
Sneaker Fetish, she just said that someone checked him though. So he said he's saying if no one checked him on it, he's not going to stop using it all of a sudden, and it doesn't seem like anyone has checked him. Did you just say someone checked him on it?
We checked. Well, I don't want to incriminate myself, but we checked them more so on the disrespect towards the women that were on Fairfax. He was like,
you didn't check him for the nigga word?
No, we were checking him on how he was treating the black women on Fairfax, like the employees.
I understand that, but y'all are saying that you saying you heard him say it, right? But you didn't check him? Because everybody up here, not everybody up here, but everybody in the chat saying that when they hear someone say that they're going to check him. And I'm asking you, did y'all check him?
Yeah, we told him like...
Don't say, not the women thing. I'm talking about the nigga word. I'm talking about
period. Because he was throwing it around his friends, and then that's what brought the attention. We're like, hold up, like you throwing around the N word, and you just made a video mimicking black women, and then that's when a girl came out, the Supreme store, and was like, yeah, like I felt like it was towards me, and then somebody else got like a bunch of people were there, but you can ask him; he'll confirm the story that what happened on Fairfax in front of Supreme.
I would love for Arias to.
And he had to get security because he tried to post a pop up a few weeks or like a month after, and he had to get security for that.
The only thing is, one thing I will say, I've seen Kais interpret or not interpret, but whatever the fuck, act as a white person, as far as a black. Well, no, I've seen him do his skits where he's acting like people. I've seen him act like a white person. I've seen him act like a black person. I've seen him act like somebody from New York. I've seen him act like a lot of different people. So, you know, if I seen Kais make talk about Shanae or something, and I see him talk about fucking has his wig on with a white person, I'm not gonna sit. I just don't automatically associate that with being racist. That's just me personally. You know what I'm saying?
I think
that's just me.
I think why
he has, it's just because he has a pattern, and like
I think why he associated it with being racist is because before he had the interaction or acting out the black person, he was just in a group of friends just saying nigga. Now, like you said, if he was like, because he does a lot of impersonations.
Yeah,
if it was just him just doing impersonation, then okay, that's fine, because you can't make any assumptions that he's thinking in a negative headspace. But when you sit somewhere in a group of friends or whatever, and you saying nigga, fuck this nigga, that nigga, all of that, and then you turn around and you mimic somebody where that term is negatively, directed towards, then it becomes something extra. It becomes something above just you mimicking somebody.
Sneaker fetish, bro. Why don't you just take the link, bro, and just type and actually just speak on it, bro? Like I'm not, I'm trying to talk to you in the chat. It's hard to I'm trying to talk to you. You obviously have keep it on course. Then if it's not about race, it's keep me on course then on what is trying to be said here. Because when someone's impersonating and doing those type of things, I take that as a sign of you can act racist, not be racist. Like you could do something like you can say
Right.
say some fucked up shit, and it's just like
Right.
it's like calling someone a bitch or say you're acting like a bitch. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're not a bitch, but you're acting like one. Like that's how I'm looking at it. So if he's disrespecting black women and making, I mean, the thing is I'm just trying to get an understanding here because like let's put it this way: if a white man goes down Fairfax and then walks in and there's a black employee there and he gets into it, the first thing we're gonna jump to and say, oh, he's being, he's being racist like that. Like I'm trying to make sure it's not one of those situations. Just because a white person and a black person gets into some sort of
Right.
argument doesn't automatically
Right.
mean it's
Doesn't mean it's a
because
racist altercation.
and
Right.
that's what I'm trying to understand here. Like I'm just trying to make sure that that's what's going on. Now the nigga thing, like okay, that whatever date
Right.
that I would like to know the date on that because obviously we got these tweets from 2011. If those dates match when he was saying nigga then and he got checked and he's not doing it now, and you mentioned there's some brothers he's with, that seems like those times like back when he was with like fucking hanging way back
2018, 2019 when this happened.
Oh,
okay.
damn.
Well then like I said, I would like to see that on some sort of like video or something where somebody say that, so then I can I would then ask him like, so like when's the last time you were like when have you stopped saying it? I would ask that question. I would ask him that.
Yeah,
Right.
something you're gonna have to ask him, but I just wanted to come on here and give my 2 cents. But like I said, that's your homeboy. I respect that you got.
I'm not, but the thing is I can't take the word. I can't take it that I'm defending him. I don't feel like I'm defending him for what he said. I don't feel him saying it is wrong. That's the thing. But the difference, the main point of me going live today is because people try to say I don't address it, and
Right.
I am addressing it. That's it. It was
Right.
never. It's never here to defend him saying it like, yo, he said it. I could have said he said it back 10 years ago, or he don't mean it. Like I'm not like it's because in all reality, it is a big difference that one of these Danny Moore's is 4 years and Kai's is 10 years. But now if there's tweets or videos of it happening 4 years ago, then yeah, that's a whole nother issue that needs to be, spoken of. But I'm trying to like, I from what I heard is that shit was like damn near 10 years ago when he was using this term. You're coming in here saying that's cool, but I like to make sure that when I make those assumptions or make those type of thoughts that I'd like to have factual evidence. I just don't jump up here and just start saying shit. Like I did that.
Yeah.
Then I have to make a live again where like, oh, I talked to Kais and he has proof that it was this date and this is wrong. Like now I'm wrong. Like nah.
Because on this platform, you make allegations like that, you got to have 100.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like
have a question,
it's like nobody's saying that you're not right. Because if that is the case, I mean that's pretty fucked up because that's 2018.
Yeah, you can ask the Don Drew because I believe the Don Drew got him to kind of open up about the situation, the altercation we had with him at Supreme. But I would have to check.
Don Drew
I would
ain't
have
been
to
on
ask
YouTube
who was
fucking-
involved to see if they got videos and stuff. But you can ask everybody. Just say my name, Taco. Everybody knows who I am on Fairfax, La Brea, LA, West Adams, Lamar Park. Everybody know who I am. So
That's crazy.
I'm not saying it just to put gas on the flames. I'm just stating
Right.
like what the reality is, and that's all I wanted to come on here and say. There's a pattern. I might be biased because I've had issues with them, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I respect
So I have
that.
a question. Has he ever addressed any of this, like the Twitter thing or anything?
Yeah, so the thing is,
like not saying that he has to be here now, but the vibe that I do get like low key is that he's probably looking at this somewhere like, man, I ain't gotta explain nothing to you niggas.
See, but that's the thing, and that right there. So if somebody feels if somebody doesn't feel like if somebody feels like they didn't understand, like they're in a certain headspace back then, and they made a mistake and they would say, I was young and I didn't know, they usually would address it because they know that they did something wrong. If they know that they didn't do something wrong or they are a certain type of way, I'm not saying he is a certain type of way, but if they are a certain type of way and they say, they pretty much in their head like, man, I ain't got to address this. Then
not even address the old tweets. I'm talking about what this dude just came up in here talking about. Like
what happened, Rodney, was we were on
for Kai's to pop up and just be like,
what happened, Rodney, we was on a live like this one, and I don't remember, like I said, bro, I've had so many of them. I spent 3 hours trying to find it. Kais was either on FaceTime with me, on a Streamlab or something, and we're talking, and I think I got a donation or something. I was like, yo, Kais. And I already knew about it even then, but I was like, yo, Kais, they keep asking me about this. Like, bro, you was saying like use the word nigga back in the day, and he was like, yeah, man, I used to use it a lot back in the day. Like I did it back then. You know, I took that out of my my vocabulary. You know, it's not right. This, and that, and that's what it was. And after that was it. Like, so like, look, man, look. At the end of the day, another thing that mattered to me that I didn't like, I don't even talk about, and it's like I said, it could be sounding like I'm defending the man, but once again, like, I did a fucking Black Lives Matter charity on my YouTube stream, and the only two people that was content creators that actually pushed it and came on and fucking donated and pushed it was Kais and Gusto. So at the end of the day, like, that's why, like, that shit, like, even though whatever, he could have been trying to save face or whatever, he didn't have to do that at the end of the day for me. So hold on, I think we got sneaker fetish here. So that's the things that, like, for me, when I hear all this, like, him still using it, like, if he's still using it, he ain't using that shit around me. And I felt like what he said was genuine at the end of the day. That's just me.
I think the difference between people keep saying that he's a racist. I don't think that in this particular instance he's a racist. I think that when you grow up in this culture, you get accustomed to. It's like Taco said, he was with his homeboys. He said, "Nigga," where even you've said, Tony, that you had white boys in your group that you may, or not you, the people have given a pass to. So I think that we have to take that racist word out and maybe say that it's tasteless for somebody because we don't feel like they should be using it. I can list a bunch of people I don't. Right. There's a bunch of people I don't feel like should be able to use the N word, but hell, I don't feel like we. But that's a whole. That's
right. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Kayas, if you are watching this, bro, you don't owe me any explanation. I mean, I don't want to say explanation, but you don't. Who am I, right? I'm a regular guy. I'm nobody to you. I don't pay your bills. I mean, the whole reason why this whole thing came up was I wanted to start viewing your videos.
Let me say something, Craig. I want to see if I'm right. What happened is, Craig, you got up. You know the culture that we're in. We have a lot of creators out here that creators, and it's even buyers and everybody into sneakers that are Black, and we help push and drive a lot of things. And that we don't feel like we're getting the appreciation from that.
We are the new culture.
And that people, if you see people like Kyson and them are using that, they're even using our words, they're using the shit that we do and things like that. And they're, they're using these things that's like you feel like and that we feel like are somewhat of ours that we created.
Right. It's like we worked hard to be accepted. And we didn't work hard for people to
they just get to come in and be like, fuck, I'm about to be a millionaire off of some shit.
Right. To dehumanize us and then take advantage behind the scenes. Like they say, you pissing on my back and you telling me it's raining. We didn't work hard for you to piss on our back and tell us, hey, it's just rain water. It's all good, man. Hey, chill out. Don't be sensitive.
And I agree with that. My only thing I'm gonna say to that, right? And hopefully nobody takes offense to that. I just think that at the same time, when I look at this whole shit in general, I definitely think that I feel like every culture, every race out there has played its part in sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Definitely right now, what's going on with with Virgil, with Go Fresh Goods, Union, those are all like people that, Black people that have been pushing shit now at the same time. So I just want my only thing with it is like, I don't ever want to fight racism or prejudice with racist and prejudice as well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's the only thing I would say to that whole thing. Now,
right.
I get though what Greg, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just telling you personally, don't let that frustration lead you to, alienate yourself from other people. Cause like, I got tons of people who are Hispanic that are in the chat that fuck with sneakers. Black people, white people, all the people. And I want everybody to feel like we all part of it. But at the same time, I do want those specific people, specifically Black, to get their roses as well. You feel me?
Yeah.
Sneaker fetish. Is that the real sneaker fetish? You got to unmute your mic.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm here.
All
Just
right.
listening.
All right.
I mean, yeah, for me, it's, like I said, I was going down a rabbit hole. I wanted to get back into viewing Kaius because it seemed like shit. It was a long time since he was griping about the whole YouTube thing, and that's what initially had me stop watching. I was just like, see, I was just like, he don't want to do sneakers no more because he a fucking culture vulture. Fuck him. And I just stopped watching.
And I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna say one thing too. My bad to cut you off, but I want to say this because this is definitely something I don't think that people understand. There's reasons why Kais, Harrison Neville, Common Hype, a lot of these other creators out here are in millions of subscribers are doing these numbers because a lot of the viewers, believe it or not, are not black as well.
Absolutely.
A lot of black people do not watch sneaker content as much as you think. Trust me.
Right.
If you want to know
It's
why,
more so white people, and
if you want to know why, it's pretty simple. People base who they watch based upon who they look familiar like.
What they look like.
Exactly.
Right.
So, even though you might be mad at Kais for, he's blowing up and he's using his word, it's probably a lot of it is not. It's not like there's black people watching Kais and tons of black people watching Kais. It's more so it's just maybe there's a lot of people that are in the bigger demographic viewership that's watching him. So it's not like he's taking those viewers and going off with them.
Right.
That's
true. That's very true.
Why does Jacques have 1.5 million subscribers?
First and foremost, I'm not going to take away anything from Jock. So I'm not going to try to say Jock I don't ever want to say Harrison has 1 million subscribers. Jock because he's white. Jock has 1 million subscribers because he does this or he's more business oriented. Blah 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 blah. But I'm going to say one thing: Jock is quality, and what he does is clean. He looks like his shit looks like Complex. The way he does things, so that things like that are gonna all at the same time he can blend in with that. There's a reason though why someone like a Bullet RC, who's more so just we're in a room. When you look at Jock, you don't think Jock, bro. Trust me, a majority of people
I look at Jock and I think like high end studio quality work.
Majority of people that watch Jock don't know that Jock's doing they think that he's working for a company. Y'all know Jock came from TV. You know Jock came from movies. So when you look at Jock, I feel like that helps in his presence as well.
Right.
He looks like an official person, not just like a guy who's just shooting shit at their house.
Not to say that like Harrison or anybody else or Kais didn't work hard to be where they are, but I feel like looking at Jock, I feel like he worked 10 times harder than those two individuals to get those 1 million subscribers. So
I'm just going off of the statement that Tony said people watch people who look like them, and the majority of people who watch YouTube are not black. I'm specifically going off of that statement that Tony made, which using Jacques as an example negates that statement. I understand his stuff looks professional, but obviously that's not the case.
But you're also speaking off to just subscribers when I'm talking more so of the viewership. And right now,
viewership with me, like right now, I look at your videos when reviews pop up, I watch your shit, I take your perspective, I watch Foamy, I watch Fomer Simpson's perspective, I watch Sean Go, and there have been a couple times where I popped in and watched what's his name? Harrison Neville.
Yeah.
But for me, so like I said, I kind of wanted to get more into looking at more creators, and I came across Caius, and then like I said, that conversation started with me finding a video of Caius still doing YouTube, and I was just like, I thought this motherfucker was gonna quit.
But I gotta continue real quick. It's not to take away because I hate to do it that way. I don't want to tell somebody why they're not getting what they're getting. Like everybody deserves what everybody deserves, and all these people are great creators. What I'm trying to say here is that don't let the subscribers blind you. Pay attention to the viewership. And right now, black creators are not getting the same viewership as white creators. And I believe that has a lot to do with what I said. And when you look at Jock, when he got those 1 million views and type of things, you got to look at the type of content he was putting out. I mean, Jock had a fucking dumpster drive up to his house. He was doing things of other shoe creators were not doing. So of course that's gonna garner way more viewership and bring in the numbers. But like right now, like Jock's doing a lot of his like more talk stuff, and the views are not the same. So it's like.
But then that goes into say then they really have the pressures on them to really make better decisions in social media and even in the public. Like I don't know what that dude said earlier was true about what happened on Fairfax, but it's like, bro, like what you do has a lot of weight, especially if it's not black people viewing you, if your followers are not African American, if that's not where your views are coming from, then you got a lot of shit that you got to be careful that you say and do, and you're a leader in your community in your own way with those views that you have. I mean, the views is not like you said, not all of it is from black people, but it's still black people that's in your viewership that wouldn't feel happy to know that you're doing or that you are allegedly doing the shit that people are saying that you're doing. Like, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I'm just letting anybody else talk if they want, because I've been cutting everybody off. So,
and then like Homegrown said the last conversation you guys had is learn. So piggybacking off of what Craig says, his viewers are seeing this and then they're feeling like, oh, my idol is saying this, so it's okay for me to say it. And then it just causes a domino effect because I'm a teacher. I work in the schools. All the non-black kids be saying it, and then I have to sit there and be like, I have to give them an explanation as to why they shouldn't say it, and then I have to listen to them kind of justify, well, they say it or it's in the music and blah blah blah. But it causes more mess if he doesn't say anything about it or he's portraying that it's okay to do it.
All right, so what's the verdict on Kais? Like, that's really my question here. Like what does this all mean as far as him?
I guess for me is and I said it earlier, like I guess it doesn't matter to him from a guy like me. It's just like, I just don't trust him. That's where it was for me. Like I was getting ready to, I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna check out Kais again, and then I was just like, oh, you know what? But like, maybe he's really not really in it for what I think he's in it. I don't know if he should gain my viewership because at the end of the day, no matter what you say, bro, our viewership is y'all money.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's a dime, a nickel, or something towards whatever it is that you're getting. And I just want to make sure that I'm not supporting a fucking fraud or a phony.
But the thing is, Craig, what you just said right now, right? In my opinion, listening to you, you gained a bigger impression off of Kais from that video than what you saw him saying nigga. And there's no issue with that, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if Kais never said the nigga tweets, that video you watched, I'm pretty sure you still would have felt the same way about giving him your viewership because you felt like I'm not arguing about that. So like that if you watch Kais and he said that shit and you don't feel like it's genuine, then so be it. If there's something I say that makes you, feel like I'm not a genuine person, and you lost my viewership, I mean, so I can't change your mind for that. So like that's when Sneaker Fetish asked for that verdict, is that what we're basing it upon, like the viewership for Kais? Like, I don't honestly believe that anybody is going to dictate their viewership on Kais or not based upon that tweet. They already got their mind made up about Kais, whether from his videos or from stories like Two Brown Kids. That's what I honestly believe out the situation. That's just what I'm gaining from everything today. And even from like Craig said, like, I don't think that, not to say it's okay that he said it. I'm just saying that you don't fuck with him because of what, certain things he said about culture vulture type shit. That's how I take it.
To be honest, bro, like, I get what you're saying, Tony, and I'm not saying he's a racist whatsoever. I don't throw that, you know what I'm saying? That's, but I feel like it shouldn't be done from like a Zoom as far as him just saying, I said that before, I'm a changed person, and him doing things with the whole Black Lives Matter. My wife is white, and her people, and like I said, I'm not saying he's racist, but her people are racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were racist before I was with them, and they will say how now they're not racist and stuff like that. But whenever it comes to things that they done in the past, they don't address it. So I feel like if and like I said, and then even what did I say, baby? Like, they're sneakingly like racist. They say they're not racist, but we know that they're racist.
Yeah, I live in the South, so I know better than anybody.
Right, and I live in Texas, so they are
undercover racist.
They are sneakily racist. You feel what I'm saying? So we know that they're racist, but they don't say that they would say that they're not racist. So we know that they're racist, and they will post things on their Facebook about, you know, poor African American kids, and they'll say, "Oh, you know, bless their heart,"
That's
and be
that's the worst
fake as
white
hell
people.
about it,
That's the worst
and be
ones.
fake as
Right.
hell about it. So just because I'm saying this, like I said, I'm not saying he's racist, but just because he does certain things, and to with helping you with the Black Lives Matter, doesn't mean that he isn't,
Yeah.
still using it. It could just
Right.
be him saying, clearing his name, saying, "Oh, this is me. If I do this, this will prove that I'm not this type of person."
Right.
I
Exactly.
feel
And
like
I
he
agree.
should at least, address it himself, saying, "I've used that word in the past. I apologize, and this is who I am today."
And
And
Tony, just to,
and
just to clarify, just a little bit what I was saying earlier was I was willing to look past the fact that he may be a culture vulture and watch the video just because simply he may be making good content. At the end of the day, if you're making good content, I mean, you a culture vulture, cool, I guess. I mean, it's a lot of people doing it. I mean, if you're making good content, cool. But for me, it jumped when I was talking about that. The tweet came up that this is the all the other kind of person that he is, and it was just like, oh shit, I for sure am not sure if I want to give him my viewership if he don't really if he's possibly a closet racist. Like
I'm gonna
that's
say
gonna be
I'm gonna clap at myself. Me saying the thing, Rodney, about the Black Lives Matter is not, once again, is not another defense to say he's not racist, because it's equivalent to someone that's saying I'm not black, my best friend's I'm not racist, my best friend is black. It's the
So
same
that's a
thing.
flag right there.
I'm like, that's that. But what I'm trying to say is when I seen his actions for me, and not and him reaching out, not it had, like, that's what make it allows me to be okay with him as a friend, him as a business partner, because I feel like personally that he is not doing those things behind closed doors. That's just my personal thought. What other people else think, if they think he's still saying the
Right.
word, that's on them. But I just based it amongst those things. I don't, I don't think that he was like, oh, I said nigga 10 years ago, so I'm gonna go and do this Black Lives Matter thing with Tony so I can just feel good about myself. That wasn't even ran through my mind. In when he did that, which was I think last year or something, it was like this was like another year, or it was a minute since that initial me hearing him say it. So I didn't think like it was like him trying to feel good about it, or clear his name. I didn't feel like that.
Have you ever wondered or asked yourself, like, would he have done that if it was not you?
Um,
Dirty?
Not really. No, I didn't. I never really thought about that, because at the same, I mean, that's the type of thing though, Craig, that like I can let my mind go like that, but then at the same time, it's the same shit that like motherfuckers can say, "Oh, Tony D, you did that Black Lives Matter on live to look good. Like, why don't you just do that shit off stream?" Like that's the type of shit like that. Like where if we could all do great things, but then there's people are still gonna find like some sort of shit to go against it with. Like, oh, why you donating chickens out on Instagram? Why not just do it without people seeing? So
Right.
like,
Right.
I could sit there and say that, yeah, Craig, but there's a lot of things I could say about everybody and question everybody's intention. Is
I
this
mean,
person up here for this? Is this person like everything's an ulterior motive at that point? And I try
like
not to. I try not to.
The,
I
the,
feel
show, the show Atlanta just released an episode kind of similar to like that whole, oh yeah, I'm gonna donate to your Black Lives Matter cause. It was like, well, we pissed off a lot of black people, so we need a black person to save us.
what you got, Mike?
And in that episode, it was pretty much like, yeah, we need your help. We want to donate to this, and we want to basically catch a photo, and basically say, hey, black people, like everything's forgiven, like he's good. And
You know who I would like to hear say some shit like what Two Brown Kids said? If Cool Kicks came out and said that Kais was on some fuck shit, it would raise an eyebrow more, because I know he knows them personally. I know he has a relationship with them. So if they come out and say some shit about it, then I'll be like, oh, okay. Cool Kicks is one of the guys there that at least I thought he's black, that owns it. I like, he's, and so Kais has supported them. That's some things that like shit like that would make me start questioning things. But I don't like the
you said
story.
who? Cool Kicks?
Cool
Cool
Kick shit. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I gotta the story that Two Brown, not saying it never happened, but it's just like I never heard that, or even he said Jamie. Like I guess, like I don't know what him and Jamie they had their own little debacle. So I don't know if it's a bias thing as well. But
Just ask Kais about Corgi. I'm gonna put it out there. That's the issue. Corgi Taco.
Corgi got souls?
No, Corgi shoe.
Yeah, cool. Wait, what? He got like a Maltese as his picture?
He got a Corgi as his picture.
I gotta see. I think.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
We got a fucking.
What can
Yeah,
one
just
person
Hold on, we got a
do
donation.
as
Hold
a
on. Hold on.
Stop watching. Every avalanche starts with the movement of one snowflake. Once those views dry up, then who or what is he? Still just a regular person, racist or not. You're giving too much credit to a person.
Stop dick riding content creators. What can one person do? What can one person do, you ask, Craig? Stop watching. Every avalanche starts with the moment of one snowflake. Once the views dry up, then who or what is he? Still just a regular person, racist or not. You're giving too much credit to a person. So, sneaker fetish, man. I'm gonna let you have the floor for a little bit because you've been talking a little bit. It's a lot of talking over. I'll let you have the floor.
I mean, I don't really know what to.
Well, you asked the question, and I didn't really get the question. So he was like, "What are we gonna do about it, or whatever, about Kais or whatever." You said something, so I wanted to hear more about that.
Yeah, I mean, that was a question for everybody else. Like, where is this conversation going? Because listen, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that I think we just need to acknowledge, right? Like, we just need to acknowledge and respect the fact. And Tony, like, I hear what you say about like, yeah, like that's my guy, but if he's wrong, he's wrong. But at the end of the day, like, that's your man's. Kais knows what to say around who. He didn't get to where he is by not knowing how to play the game, right? He knows how to play the game. And what I mean by that is he knows who he can say what to with very little to no accountability. Kais cannot, in 2011, 2001, or 2022, walk into a sneaker show and say, yo, all these niggas in here, man, it's crazy. He's going to get his ass rocked. They're going to pack his ass up and get him up out of there. He knows what to do and where, right? The craziest thing about this to me, personally, because again, like this conversation's gone so many different directions. And honestly, it's very linear for me. I'm that kind of guy. Like, at the end of the day, number one, Kais hasn't said anything about this. There's been mad conversations that's going on about him. And how many words has this man said about this? Zero. He's not going to say anything because he doesn't have to say anything. He doesn't have to say anything because two people have spoken on his behalf. And I'm not mad at those people who spoke on his behalf. I'm talking Tony and Jacques because those are his guys. I'm not mad at it. I got it.
When you say he hasn't spoken on, do you mean on Twitter? He hasn't made a tweet about it? What are you talking about him not speaking on it?
I'm not talking about this alleged conversation that you have had with him or Jacques has had, because just like Tony, just like how you look for examples and specifics when somebody comes to you with something, like you look for the same, right?
Respect.
So it's like, okay, if y'all had a conversation and he apologized for it behind closed doors, first of all, to me that's bullshit because he's gonna say what he has to say. If he talks to Jacques and he's like, yo, that's my fault for saying that, Jacques. Okay, great. But at the end of the day, nobody's gonna press that man about that because again, to your point, right? You said if you already weren't fucking with Kais, this is only going to make that worse. You're only going to not fuck with him more. If you were fucking with Kais, if this came out, chances are you are not going to now stop fucking with him. It's the same thing, right? Like if he said people who are already looking for a reason to pacify somebody, they only have to give them the bare minimum and they're pacified. Look at fucking Travis Scott. Right? Like, if you were a Travis Scott fan, Astro World didn't rock you. All them people that got trampled and killed, you didn't care because you were a fan of his and you wanted the shoes. And when that man came back on the scene, everybody rushed to get his shoes and everybody was complaining about the raffle win just like normal. Business as fucking usual with Travis Scott, period. And that's what it is with Kais. Business as usual. Kais went on record. Listen, because Kais came to me one time and I thought that it was some silly shit because he said I wanted to be him. I can't think of a person, especially in this industry, I do not want to be more than him because he struggles with him. and he's gone on record with that. And I get it. Like, it's a crazy ass world that he's thrown himself into, but he did it voluntarily. He went on record. I don't remember if it was on Skinny Shit, if it was on somebody else's thing, but there is a live out there. I can find it again if I need to, where he literally said, the reason why I jumped into this sneaker thing in the first place was because I saw the opportunities that other people were getting, and that's on record. He said it. It's on record. He didn't even love sneakers. He didn't love this shit like we loved it. He wanted the perks that came with this shit. That's a textbook definition of a fucking culture vulture. He's been it from the jump, but he's owned it. Biggest hype beast in the game. He's owned it. Okay, cool. I knew from then that his content wasn't for me. Fine. That's fine. It is what it is. Again, my issue with him is not about his love of the culture, because it's not there, right? He takes from this culture way more than he gives to it. I don't care about the Black Lives Matter thing, because every company in the world put up a fucking black square for Black Lives Matter. And when that shit passed, it was done. And they went back to business as usual with that as well, right? So, okay, I got it. Thank you, Kais, for checking the box on Black Lives Matter. Thank you. Again, if you were already rocking with him, people were just looking for a reason to pacify him. It is what it is, right? For me, I don't necessarily rock with people that I feel like take from this culture more than they give to it. I don't give a shit what color you are. That's my first point. I don't care what color you are. You can be black, white, purple, green. I don't care, right? But I will press your ass if I feel like you're taking more from this culture than you're giving to it. Either that, or if you come from me directly. That's why I act the way that I act on Twitter, because people come at me directly. I don't stand for that shit. I'm not the nigga. I'm not that one. That's number one. That's why I had to pull up on Jumper Man Chris and press his ass, and he deleted the video that he stole from me. That's another conversation. But again, he takes more than he gives to this culture. He's fully entrenched in it. He's spoken on how he feels. He's got ego out the ass. He's got a lot of yes men around him. I was at the StockX pop-up in Chicago, CultureCon weekend, ComplexCon weekend. He was in there. I peeped him. I'm a lot of places on the low that people don't know I'm at. I peeped him. He was in there. His mans came and spoke to me. DP ran into me again in the building at ComplexCon, because I had on the Fearless joints early that he was checking for him, because he had on the MCAs, the off-whites, and me and him chopped it up. He was with Kais running in the circle. It is what it is. Kais didn't say shit. He stood there like he was the man, waiting for people to come up to him and talk to him. I did not speak to him because I don't rock with him. It is what it is. But my point is, he's got ego about him. I'd probably have some ego too if I was in his position. Who's gonna touch him? Who's really gonna press him at this point? It's not gonna. Like, for real. Like, who's really gonna press Kais at this point? Like, honestly.
So wait. He said to you. You said that he said to you, "You want to be me?"
Yes, he said that on Twitter.
Okay, yes. But you never did. You press him for that?
Of course. What?
I'm talking about in person, when you saw him, and when you saw him in person.
That was after I saw him in person. This was 3 years ago now that even ComplexCon happened. Remember, Chicago was 2019. This was after that. I haven't seen Kai since. I haven't seen him since. And I don't know where or when. I'm sure, listen, with the trajectory that I'm on, respectfully, there is a chance I may see him at some point. I'm sure he won't be in Atlanta this weekend. But I'm sure there will be somewhere in some fashion, in some sector, at some venue that I may see him. Will I have words for him? Yes, I have words for him. So there's that.
Now, but, you said, so like I said, I did ask a question. I didn't really get the answer. As far as what does he need to do then? Does he need to make a tweet? Does he need to make a video? What does he need to do? Because it was addressed over here. Obviously, that might not be enough. And I know you don't know it or you don't see it, but I already asked, and I don't know if you was in here, but majority of the people in the chat have stated that they remember it being talked about over here. Not saying that that's enough, but I'm asking you then, what is that? What would need to be done at that point if that was not enough of him coming on my show to talk about it? I'm not even saying that where let's put it this way. If I was Kais, I would have made a tweet about it. I'm telling you that.
I think the difference is when you have a situation where disrespect is done out loud, and not to say, Tony, that your show isn't anything, but if I said nigga on your show and offended your people, I will come back on your show and offend
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
If I said nigga out at a stadium and offended some people, I probably need to go back in that same venue and go, you know what? That's not what I meant to do. If I, yell fire, whatever that looks like.
And that's the question.
The apology has to be, the apology has to be as loud as the disrespect, even though it's years ago. Hell, and we know if we try to relate it to other people, Kevin Hart had to apologize for shit he said about his son. Now, he apologized once in a large form and said, that's the fuck it. Now, I think that's what needs to happen. There needs to be some accountability other than, I said it, I was young, fuck that. We've all been young and dumb. We all know what that looks like. But at the same time, as an influencer, which he, and a lot of these people here are, you have to understand that shit just ain't okay because you were young. So I think that it needs to be addressed. A good tweet, a good video, 10, 15, a TikTok, something that stays up to say, look, I fucked up.
Legend, I'm gonna get you.
And I just said everything that the reason why all this started was from the tweet that I made, but Sneaker Fetish pretty much just imbued that, like, the tweet was imbued with everything that he had just said.
But that's
about to say something.
But that's what I was basically trying to get to the point. Like, okay, now I know. Yeah, right. and I'm not up here advocating saying he doesn't need to do that. Like, I'm Twitter, whatever type of way. Yeah, it should be done. My main purpose of this live, and the main purpose was for me, because when I saw Sneaker Fetish say that there was no lives on it, I'm addressing the fact that I'm not scared to say that. Like, I'm not scared to talk about this shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, the reason for the energy though was because of me already dealing with it on this channel. Is that me now? But I'm not saying, hey, Sneaker Fetish, man, he said it on my channel. That should be your apology right there. No, you could feel that he needs to go do it on his own platform and not mine. I respect that. I have no issue with that. That's not the issue.
I never said that. I never even answered the question yet.
What you mean?
So, like,
I know that. I'm just telling you though. I'm explaining to you and to what Legend said. Like, even Legend said exactly what I said. Like, it might, like, I'm not, my channel isn't the say all be all. The same way that I'm not the say all be all, that I got to get up and address everything that happens. Like, oh shit, Danny Moore said nigga, Tony D said it. Well, Kai said nigga, Tony D got to address this one. And now if Bull says something tomorrow, I got to get up. Like, this channel is not address everything every fucking time. Or,
right.
It's not meant that way. But I'm not afraid to do it just because it's my own friends. Like, I've brought Harrison on this panel for the fake shit, the fake fucking shoes. I brought in plenty of my friends on these panels to put them in the hot seat. The only thing that I'm defending is I'm really defending myself and stating that the reason why I didn't make it as big as it did with the Danny Moore shit is because it was addressed on this channel. The Danny Moore shit, beforehand, Danny Moore did all that other shit after my live. He didn't do it before my live, so that's why I went and made the live about it.
Tony, we got to keep it a bean though, bro. Like, the Danny Moore's, like, a couple of things. First of all, the Danny Moore shit wasn't even just on your channel. You know what I'm saying? It was everywhere. It was everywhere. Like, when that shit blew with Danny, it was everywhere. The reason why it wasn't like that with Kais, the energy was not the same with Kais, is because Kais has the clout. Danny doesn't have the clout that Kais has. People are going to keep their mouth shut when it comes to Kais.
I'm only responsible for me though, bro. I can't make other motherfuckers go make videos on Kais.
I hear you, but I'm saying, like, naturally the energy is going to be different. So comparing what Danny did to Kais, I understand it might have been a similar infraction, but obviously these are two very different people with two very different positions in the sneaker world. So there's going to be more pacifying for Kais than there ever is for Danny, because half the people don't even like Danny anyway. So it's like, it's not
half the people don't like Kais neither. I can't sit here and say like that Danny got more hate than Kais. I can't agree with that.
That's fair. I don't know. But again, as far as what do I want Kais to do on record, let me tell you something. Kais going on any forum saying sorry ain't doing shit for me. Period. Yeah. Because it's very easy for somebody to go say sorry My bad, y'all. It's very easy. Hey, y'all, how many videos has Kais done that were titled emotional with him speaking very somber in a camera like, yo, I'm quitting, yo, I this, yo, I that. And listen, I'm not taking away from the man's mental health. I'm not taking away from him going through hard times as a creator. I get it. This shit is very weird and very tough sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's words for me. Kais want to make me happy? Tell him donate $5 grand to the NAACP. Then I'll be happy. Tell him to put his money where his mouth is. All right. If his mouth want to talk that slick, tell him to put his money where his mouth is. Right. If he donates $5 grand to the NAACP, Kari will be a happy man. He's not going to do it, but that's something I'd like to see. Do something that really is about these things. If you say that you really like this culture, like you say that you do, because at the end of the day, a lot of black people put a lot of money in that man's pocket. The least he could do is turn around and contribute to that culture.
So did you accept? So you accepted Danny Moore's apology, but did you accept Danny Moore's apology?
I never said I accepted.
No, I'm asking you. Did you?
No,
okay.
I didn't accept Danny's apology. He's been in my DMs. He's apologizing my DM. I'll show you my DM right now. I ain't even writing back because at the end of the day, it's words. Okay, maybe Danny feels bad. Cool. Maybe he's apologized profuse. Now let me tell you one up that Danny does have on Kais. Danny has on public record apologized profusely for what he said. And I mean repeatedly, even with me not responding to him. He has still been like, yo, I am very sorry for what I did. That is not who I am. Blah, 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 blah. Message after message after message after message. That man has really, and on his feed, after he brought his account back, after he reactivated his account. I know he deactivated his shit for a minute because it got crazy. Then he came back. And again, when he came back, same thing. Kais ain't doing that. And we're not going to sit up here and fool ourselves like he ever will because he won't. Because he doesn't have to.
Well, period. Like I said, I'm not up here at the end of the day defending any of that. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not defending that. I think at the end of the day he should address it or at least make some sort of statement. The same way I said Danny. The only thing that I am defending is me and my platform and me like the whole like not addressing it or keeping it quiet. That's the only thing that I'm up here to do at the end of the day. For Kais and how he handles it, that's gonna be on him. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and say that he didn't mean it or all this and that. Like that's none of the shit that I'm fucking trying to advocate for. What I'm just advocating for, like I stated before, is why at the end of the day now this shit's bigger than fucking the Danny Moore shit. Because I am live about talking about it. It is now. So I did keep the same energy. And at the end of the day, if Kais is watching, Kais he probably needs to make a tweet about it.
Being real life, if even if you've done something in the past and you wasn't like educated on it or you really didn't know about it and you wasn't trying to be who you were like what you was back then in the past, if you are really not that type of person, you are going to apologize straight up. You're not going to go on anybody's live. You have a big platform, you have a big viewership. You are going to apologize. You're going to address it straight up because like all of us agree, he has a big following. He has a lot of subscribers or whatever. And there are a lot of people that are possibly making videos as we speak about the whole situation or whatever type of person he is. So whatever he's done, whatever he's doing, it's going to come to light. So he don't owe me nothing because I don't watch him. It's not the fact that because I don't like him or nothing. It's just I don't watch him. So he don't owe me nothing. But to himself and to his fan base, he should address everything, being honest. He shouldn't allow for people to speak for him. And I'm not saying you speaking for him, Tony, but I'm just saying he shouldn't say that, that's enough. Somebody saying that, this is who I'm not, this is who I am. I donated to the Black Lives Matter. That's it. He spoke, he said what I think, should have been said. He should address it himself. Twitter, donations, whatever it is, I feel like he should address it by doing something himself and not allowing somebody else.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Uh-oh.
Fuck y'all feelings.
Kais's pocket says fuck y'all feelings. Go ahead.
No, but to Tony's point, right, Ronnie? Like Tony is, if I hear you correctly, I don't want to misquote nobody. if I hear Tony correctly, he's saying he's not taking up for Kais.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's taking up.
Damn, he's been saying the whole show.
Me personally, I don't feel like I'm defending anything. All I'm defending is that I have had this conversation with him personally and on this live. That's what I'm saying,
Right.
and that
Right.
I'm not saying.
I'm not saying you take.
No. Sneaker fetish is
people,
asking me that question. I'm letting him know that that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not saying you taking up for him. I'm just saying some people, when somebody do something wrong, some people will allow, like if somebody else speaks on a situation for them, some people will allow that person to speak on it and be like, oh, okay, well, that's enough. I shouldn't have to address it.
Yeah.
If you know that you're really not that type of person that people are saying you are, and for the old tweets, you need to address it, not just for your fan base, but just for yourself. Because when you go out in public, people are going to look at you sideways. A lot of people ain't gonna fuck with you, or somebody might just see you and say, "Oh, that's old dude," and go stump your ass out.
Right. And I mean, like for me, I mean, I definitely think he's got to do something. What is enough? I don't know, because I personally walk around as a black man, and I know that people outside of what I am are not going to allow me to make mistakes. Like I'm being held under a microscope before I open my eyes and get up out of the bed. So it's bad that it's bad. I kind of feel bad for feeling the way I feel, but it's like us here. What is it going to change in his world? What is it going to change? Because even though we have this conversation, nobody's going to stop messing with him because we're offended or we're saying that it's wrong. They're still gonna watch him. They're still gonna do what they do, and he's still gonna do what he does at the end of the day. Like,
I think that's the defeated feeling about bro.
Yeah.
Like that, like just going back to the tweet that I made, I woke up that morning just feeling that way.
Right.
I got on, saw Caius, a video of Caius, and I was just like, I remember when this motherfucker said that he didn't want to do sneakers because he wasn't gonna get paid. He's a culture vulture. And then I got the picture. Someone sent the picture to me. I was like, see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about.
Right.
Hey, you can wear this, you can do this, but you ain't black. Stop saying this shit. And it started off a whole fucking thing, but at the end of the day, once the whole conversation was over, it was just kind of like,
what now? What from here?
We can't do anything but gripe and say how we feel, but it takes the person who made the actions to set the shit right. And everybody goes back to, hey, Tony did address it, and it was addressed on Tony's live. But it being addressed on Tony's live, like even for me, that shit was still new to me. I don't know if he can go on to, or if he even really needs to go on a nationwide news network. But it's like he's been on a couple of other bigger platforms. I mean, he has his own major platform. I mean, he goes to these sneaker cons and stuff, and it's just kind of like, if what two brown kids was saying is
mindful.
It just sounds like that the apology that he made on your live, it was just to save face.
Right, because if you listen to what Taco said, he allegedly did this, and then you listen to what Sneaker Fetish said. It's like, did he really learn? Like, it makes it sound like the apology that he put on your channel was because he knew his pockets were gonna get popped.
Come on.
Can I say something, Tony?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Hold on.
And the average motherfucker don't even know who he is. Stop the cap. A bunch of jaw jacking and crying up here right now.
Y'all ain't doing shit to Kais, and the average motherfucker don't even know who he is. Stop the cap, a bunch of jaw jacking and crying up here right now. Go ahead. Salutes to Keep It 100.
Yeah, I have the floor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was just saying I've been on the other end of that. I had a coworker that was Middle Eastern and stuff, and the black guys, and he was going back and forth, and then one of the black guys said "sand," the N word. You know what we were just talking about, Tony, the sand, and then the N word put together. You know I can't say it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I had to go to HR over that and stuff, and I had to be a witness and stuff, and you know, you got the black guy HR and stuff, and you can tell he's not about that life. You tell he's probably more white than I was, and I was in there with two other white guys, and you know, I'm from the South, and they made me. They said, "What are you talking about, the SN word?" I had to actually had to say it to get my point across. You know, because they're wondering because I'm witness during this because the Middle Eastern guy felt offense to it because he is Egyptian. And we know where Egypt is, don't we?
Yeah.
So, you know, he had African descent because he's the Egyptian. You know,
but you know with that argument, they don't even feel that way though. Like they don't even.
But I'm not trying to defend Tice or nothing. I'm not trying to defend Tice. I'm not trying to defend
what the black dude said to him was okay. But when you look at people of other cultures that are descendants of people of color, they don't even look at us like that. Like I
think Tice is more Americanized though, so you know, and maybe he seems like a smart guy to me. Maybe he knows what I know too.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
You know? Salute. Hold on, we got another one.
Hold
on, we got another one.
Or a tweet that Kiers tweeted 11 fucking years ago and apologized. Also, I know Mike Thomas has said nigger a few times in his heyday.
Yes, and I admitted that.
White people
own that shit.
White people with Trump signs and flags killing black men deadly, or a tweet that Kais tweeted 11 fucking years ago and apologized. Also, I know that Mike Thomas has said nigga a few times in his heyday.
Yes, and I own that shit. And I was enlightened by Tony D's Danny Moore stuff. I know not to say certain other words now.
Ronzo the Altigo, I feel like you're here to start some trouble, bro.
Yo,
what's up?
Of course.
No, I'm not here to start trouble. I'm here to ask a few questions.
All right.
You know?
Go ahead.
Just like the last time, I've seen the tweets. Zaya read the tweets out a couple hours ago on his stream, right?
So he made a video about it as well then, right?
Not a video, it just came up during the trolling donation and you know how you do. Like if you come through the trolling donation, it sparked, So he ended up pulling up the tweets 2011 and 2010, right? So I just wanted to know which tweet was offensive.
Who are you posing this question to?
Whoever felt offended. I heard Homegrown Kick say he felt offended. Whoever felt offended, which tweet offended you?
I never said I was offended. I said it wasn't right.
Which tweet? Which tweet wasn't right? Or is it just the fact that he's using the word nigga?
That's what it. Yeah, I think that's
right. That's what it is. I don't think that has to be explained. That's self-explanatory.
The word the use of a word is self-explanatory, right? So can we get a little bit technical? We could get a little technical, right?
Hey Tony, I'm gonna get out of here, buddy.
All right.
I hit me up later, Tony.
All right, bet.
All right, guys. Yeah, have a good one, man.
All right, man. Take it easy, Mike. Take it easy.
Oh yeah, brothers. I will. I gotta get it into my kids and shit. They gonna fuck my house up. I'm sitting in my car for like an hour now.
I feel you. Yeah, I got it.
All right, bye guys.
Peace. Yeah, so if it's purely the use of a word, then Twitter is a typing space, right? He typed it out, right? Did he type that out with the Nigger? How did he type that out?
It don't matter.
What does that matter?
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Yeah. You're crazy. I mean, okay. I feel where you're gonna go with this. It's gonna be the same, like, and no disrespect, it's gonna be the same crap that you tried to pacify with last time. But it doesn't matter.
Like
because you know the intent behind the word.
Right. The point was whether he did an ER or an EA, it was just, bro, you're not black, bro. And I don't give a fuck how many fucking Jordans you wear. I don't give a fuck how deeply rooted you feel within the black culture that exists within sneakers. You are not black. Stop saying that shit. Stop doing that shit. That's where it was for me. Danny Moore did it, and I thought it was new to me with Caius, and that's why I tweeted it. And it was just like, yeah, y'all gotta stop this shit. Stop doing that. This is not normal.
Right.
It wasn't normal then, and now we fast forward, and there's people that still do it. Caius shit was old, and I don't know if he still does it now. But
Never. He hasn't done it in years.
Let 2 Brown Kids tell it. Apparently, about a few years ago, he's still doing the shit.
Taco said allegedly he did it in 2018.
Yeah, you can't say he didn't. Like, I'm taking the Tony route. You can't tell me that he did it unless you can show me specifically with facts that he did not use that word between then and now. If you can't specifically show me that, I can't go with that.
Right, absolutely.
Wait, what? If I can't show what?
No, not you specifically, Tony. I'm using
if it can't be proven, you can't.
Yeah, but I mean,
because he was like, he hasn't used that word since. You don't know that. You can't prove that. So you can't allege.
I can't prove that publicly on a public platform like Twitter. He hasn't used the word.
You have to be here when Taco said what he said.
No, we're talking about proving something that's been posted publicly. Well, at least that's what I'm talking about, right?
No,
I can say that
ain't what he
has not. I don't know what Kais does in his personal life, right? I don't know what he does behind closed doors, what he eats for dinner, right? I don't know about none of that stuff, right? But I know that he made some public comments, which allows it to be open for public critique, right? And I can say that he hasn't publicly used that word in years, way before 2018.
Why would he? It would make no sense. Of course, he hasn't used the word publicly. But if you don't know what he ate for dinner, you don't know that he doesn't use the word nigga. Period.
Absolutely, and I'm not concerned with what. Like, I'm not. If everybody treats certain things like their diet, then it wouldn't concern people, because literally what you eat don't make me shit. Literally, right? So if more people was to treat their language or their behavior, their sexuality, whatever, right? If they had treated it like their diet versus like their fashion, their attire, where they're wearing it on their sleeve, then things will be much smoother. But people like to be flamboyant, and people want to be seen. So they treat much more things that should be private. They treat it like their clothing. You know what I mean? And salute to Kais. He switched it up. He said, you know what? Me personally, I remember the stream. You know what I mean? He said he doesn't use the word anymore because he took a personal stance on it. You know what I mean? He took a personal stance on it where he personally feels it's not good to be in his vocabulary, bro. That's much more different than trying to save face for a brand. He personally feels like it should not be in his vocabulary.
I personally do not like the whole, like, I can't prove that he doesn't say it, because if I run with that terminology, then I can just say anything. Like, how do I know that
on a public platform?
I know
on a public platform.
I'm just saying, how do I know Craig? How do I know Craig? Craig don't do cocaine. I ain't, how do I know Craig don't fucking?
Just because he said that on a public platform, how can you say empirically that he actually felt that way?
I'm just going off of his public appearances. He used to say it publicly on Twitter, and who knows where else. But as of back then, he has stopped using it publicly.
Because he doesn't put it on Twitter anymore. Does that automatically make it okay for him to just say it outside of Twitter?
If you talking to me? You talking to Alter Ego?
Alter Ego gonna say no to that.
Yeah, I feel like nobody owns the word, right? And if you want to get technical about it, right? The derogatory word was spawned from Caucasians, right? They created it, they invented it, right? How dare you tell the inventor that they can't use something anymore?
Well, that's not what I'm asking you, though.
I'm just saying. So I feel like.
But I'm asking you to stick to the question. I'm saying.
All right, I'm gonna stick to the question.
Without all of the extra and the rambling and all of that, I'm just saying. So just
Kais is allowed to use the word if he feels like it. He wasn't disrespecting anybody in any of those tweets. None of those tweets was anything disrespectful whatsoever.
You sound crazy.
Yeah.
Shorty,
Wait
pull up
a
the tweet
minute.
pull up the
Hold.
tweet that's disrespectful. Pull up the disrespectful tweet. Pull it up.
Hey,
Pull it up.
I'm just gonna tell y'all from the
I
Danny
sleep
Moore
niggas like pillows.
conversation.
What you gonna say? I sleep niggas like pillows? That's
From what
disrespectful.
from the Danny Moore conversation,
Yeah,
Ron dragged this out like this the entire
I'm
time. So,
saying, bro, like unless you
I
could pull
mean,
up where the disrespect is, where the
y'all
derogatory.
saying he sound crazy is gonna be like talking into a pillow or a brick wall. Full circle.
It's because
Ooh,
you
that pussy
can't
popping
Hold
on a
on.
specify.
Hold on.
handstand.
Divide is here.
Who can
Well,
specify?
since
I
we're
can
divided,
specify.
how
You
about you
just
guys
too
stop
ignorant to
wearing
listen.
Hold on.
white-created brands? I'm offended that
Well,
you wear
since
those brands.
well, since we're divided, how about you guys stop wearing white created brands? I'm offended that you wear those brands. Salute to divided on the $3.
Wait a minute. If you want to be offended by that, bro, let's talk about the things that you use on a day-to-day basis that black people created.
Hello.
Air
If you
conditioning.
want to talk, if you want to be technical, so yeah, it's a lot of things that you use to this day that black people created.
Right.
That
And you're
you
gonna
don't even know about.
so only black people can use those products?
That ain't what they saying,
I'm
but
not
that's what
saying.
that
I'm
comment
talking
is
about the
basically saying.
comment. I'm talking about
I'm
the comment.
saying.
Come on now, bro.
I'm
Come
saying.
on. Be
bro.
real.
I'm
Be
saying
real.
I'm talking
because
about the
your
comment.
claim to fame is
Stop.
that he
Stop
can't
being a
use the
troll and
word.
be real, bro. Stop being a troll
Don't
and be
talk to
real.
me like I'm a child. I'm
Real,
not a
bro.
child, all right? Don't try to shush me or pacify me like I'm your child.
Well,
I'm nobody's fucking
that's that
child, okay?
mentality you putting out. That's that mentality you
Cool.
putting
But
out.
bro, you know
Cool.
I'm
I'm
talking
putting out
about
a childish mentality, but
Right.
you still cannot give me an example of which tweet offended you. Which tweet was it?
Pull up the tweet and I'll show you. I'll show you every single tweet that offended
Tony,
me.
you got the tweets. Who got the tweets, bro?
So,
Read them shits out loud and see which one is offensive to him, bro.
Craig got it. If you want to.
So you don't think if the president, if the president wasn't or anybody who's white that's on a big platform were to use nigga or even if it wasn't in bad intention were to use nigga type it out on a tweet, Instagram or anything, a lot of black people
They
would
should not get canceled for that. No, they should not get
Who
canceled
said
for that.
anything about
Absolutely not.
canceling him?
I'm not talking about getting canceled.
And
I'm
that's
talking
the
about
thing, bro.
black people being
Nobody's trying.
offended.
I'm not looking for anybody to get canceled, bro.
You whacked
They
the
shouldn't
fuck
be
out, man.
scolded.
You talking
They
about
shouldn't be.
something
They
that
shouldn't be
nobody
scolded.
said.
They shouldn't be chastised for it. They shouldn't any of that, right? Because if you really want to get to the source of why they use the problem, have a conversation with that person. If you really want to know the source of why they felt like they felt like they could use that word in that phrase, have a conversation with that person. I don't feel like just using a word is out of pocket. No, I don't.
Which is why you sound crazy.
Well, because y'all like to people have become social justice warriors where they try to attach everything to hate speech. Just because you use a word, it's a hate speech. No, hate speech is when you put the context to it.
It's
you have to put context to it. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's by definition a derogatory word.
Nigga by definition is not a derogatory word.
So wait,
listen. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame hip hop. Don't blame me. Blame hip hop.
Okay.
Blame hip hop.
Hey, forgive me.
Blame hip hop.
Forgive me.
I've heard white people tell me, "You better get up out of here, nigga." Like just because the A is sometimes
that's a threat, though. They threatened you, correct?
Yeah, that's out of pocket.
They threatened you, correct? They threatened you, though. They threatened you, though, right? They threatened you, correct? That's what I'm saying. So show the tweet where Kais is using Nigga and he's using it in a derogatory, threatening,
and this is not even a black
manner.
Where
is it? Where is it?
Like he could just use the word the way we use the word.
Which tweet offended you? Who's supposed to read the tweets? Which tweet offended you, bro? Where's the tweet that offended you personally?
Saying is he's using it in a bad way? No, but at the end of the day, white people know that they cannot use that word, bro.
Why not? Why not?
We don't own it, but they know that they can't use that.
Ron,
word,
I don't think the issue is that they're like trying to say Kais is racist with using it. So that's the one thing.
That's why we never said anything about cancel.
Nobody said Kais
it wasn't like necessarily offensive. It was.
I'm not saying y'all said he's racist for using the word. Y'all said that because he's black, he can't use the word. Right? Correct? Correct?
Yeah,
we didn't say because he's black he can't use the word.
Because he's not black. Because he's not. I've already heard somebody say it 3 times on the panel already. Because he's not black, he can't use the word. Now you saying that's not the case? What's up?
I didn't say that though.
So that's not the general consensus.
Wait a minute.
Is that not the general?
Whatever
Hold
reason.
on.
That
So the
pussy
general
popping
consensus
on the
has just switched.
handstand.
So wait a minute.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on one second.
From the viewers that he is passing unauthentic
gonna block
shoes
over
in
it.
his video as authentic. Sneaker fetish stirring up people on Twitter about decade-old tweets, but will not answer the questions about questionable shoes.
Let's keep it 100. Hold on. I gotta read the dono. We gotta respect the money real quick. Let
me hear that again.
All right, let me read it and then I'll let you respond to it. And forgive me, panel and chat. I'm multitasking, so I'm not talking as much, but I hear everything. It said, let's keep it 100. This is a plot by Sneaker Fetish to deflect from the viewers that he is passing unauthentic shoes in his video as authentic. Sneaker Fetish stirring up people on Twitter about decade-old tweets, but will not answer the questions about questionable shoes. Go ahead, Sneaker Fetish.
I need you to watch the Sapphire Air Jordan 7 video and go 8 minutes and 9 seconds in.
Wait, you want me to?
This is how I can tell that niggas don't watch my videos.
You want me to like?
Is that a recent video? That's a recent video?
Yes, that's a recent video.
Wait, but Sneaker Fetish.
This is from the allegations from last year?
Yes.
Sneaker Fetish, you want me to pull it up like and play it and shit like that?
If you can.
Go for it.
All right, give me look, give me.
So it took you a year to address shit?
Give me one.
I'm not doing this with you because I don't even know you. I'm only doing this because of this comment, and I'm only giving that example. What needed to be said was said in the video. Period.
All right, he's gonna pull it up.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
No problem, Tony. Do your thing.
Yeah,
I thought somebody else was supposed to be pulling up the tweets. Where's the tweets that offended y'all?
Yo, Craig, just read them out loud, bro. Just read them out loud. Just read them, and then I'm gonna get to Sneaker Fetish. I'll play it. Sneaker Fetish. I got permission to use that, right?
Yeah, he said around the 8-minute mark. I think.
All right, hold on.
You're not Sneaker Fetish, Ron. Yes, Tony, you have permission.
All right, go ahead. Continue on. I'm just finishing up.
Damn right, I'm not no fucking Sneaker Fetish. Absolutely.
This is where it started. I put in a tweet: the man whose name is on y'all sneakers might be black, but you are not. You can wear Yeezys, Jordans, Travis Scotts, Amamaniers, Unions, etc.
No, they're talking about Kai's tweets, Craig. Like the actual tweets, like I'll sleep niggas and
I know,
it was like 6 or 7 tweets or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. I seen this. This was the only thing. This was what was sent to me.
Drew you in. That's what drew you in. I got you.
And that's what drew me in. From there,
yeah, read it. Get it off your chest. Read it off.
If you go into the replies, Trey D saying this is he asked, "This you, Kaius Omar?" And this is the string of tweets. And it says, "I swear niggas will hate on you so much and want to eat your ass, but when they see you in person, the suck up." I don't know.
Yeah.
There'll always be haters. That's the way it is. Hate niggas, marry hater bitches, and have hater kids. Hate niggas, marry hater bitches, and have hater kids. Yeah. I don't like Hype Williams shooting a nigga. I love Kanye. That nigga was hella on. You can tell. I sleep niggas like pillows, still running with the same niggas to the death of me.
See, I gotta say, them shits all sound fucking mad, just cringy as fuck, bro.
Right. Yeah. I got you on that. But which one offended you? Which one was offensive?
Nobody said anything was offensive.
What is going on, everybody? I go by.
Hold on. Kari, what is it? 8 minutes? What now? 2 seconds? What is it? Kari, Sneaker Fed. What's the timestamp you gave me? 8 minutes, 2 seconds. I can't hear you. You're muted.
My bad. Yeah, it's in the chapters. Go in the chapters in the description. There's a chapter at the end. It's like 8 minutes or something. It's called Family and some other shit.
All right, got it. We're gonna play this real quick and then we'll get back to that, Ron. Hold on. Let me screen share for y'all, and then then chat can yeah. All right, cool. We good. All right, let's play it.
Before we wrap this up, I have one final thought, something I need to get off my chest, and I've been debating talking about it for a really long time, but you know what? Today is the day. 2 years ago, I did an early review on a sneaker that caught a lot of interesting attention and a lot of flack. 8 months ago, I did another early review that seemed to catch a lot of flack and have a lot of people talking as well. And the sneakers that I'm talking about are the Yellow Toe Air Jordan 1 and the Patent Bread Air Jordan 1. These two sneakers, I still got them. These were the shoes that sparked a lot of controversy. People started making videos about how the sneakers were fakes. People like MK The Truth, and people were hosting lives for multiple hours. People like Rob Dollar and all these other people, DMD, all these other people talked about the yellow toe Air Jordan 1s. And then of course when I did the patent bread review, people were saying that the patent breads were fakes as well. So much so that there was an entire group of people on Twitter that were dedicated to nothing more than calling me out of my name, calling me disrespectful names that were insane, all for the fact that they felt like I was showing a sneaker that was not authentic and wasn't owning up to that fact that I was showing fake sneakers. So I decided to do a little bit of digging for myself because number one, I found it very interesting that nobody else really caught flack about it, but I understand. I'm not the larger channels that a lot of people, even if they see people put a fake.
You want me to do this whole chapter or should I stop or what? Sneaker fashion, go ahead.
No, I mean, no, you can stop. You don't have to play the whole thing, right? But my point is this was addressed. That's my point. This was addressed and it's been addressed. If you didn't watch the video, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But to that comment, all of that has been addressed. You can watch the video. Everything was addressed. Moving on.
All right. Ron, you're muted. Ron's all
right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I gotta wrap this up too. I gotta go cook, man. Dinner. It's fucking 10:30, man. I'm about to get in trouble. So continue on. Like, get what you got to say.
Yeah. So once again, I don't see no derogatory, right? I don't see no direct disrespect, and I don't see him misappropriating the use of the word, bro. I don't, right? And that's my perspective. I can't speak from anybody else, but nobody on this panel thus far has mentioned any tweet that they felt was offensive. They just feel like because he's not black, he cannot use the word. Correct?
I feel like I'm being gaslighted into thinking that culture.
Right.
You are, and that's what's happening.
Right. That's why I ain't saying.
Don't feel like you're being gaslighted. Just have a conversation. Stop trying to think about.
You got circular logic, bro.
Right.
Everybody keeps saying the same thing, and you keep dragging everybody back to the same place. Right. Nobody.
I'm also just gaslit on the fact that I'm having to explain why I feel the way I feel to a man that is black. I guess I kind of don't even want to be on the live no more, bro.
Because y'all not used to, y'all so used to fucking, pardon my German, right? Y'all are so used to echo chambers that y'all can't handle when somebody comes with a different perspective. You automatically assume that because we are of the same color, I have some type of allegiance to you automatically. And that for that thought, you are sadly mistaken. Just because I'm black.
Nobody said you had to have some kind of allegiance.
Sneaker Fetish just said that he's talking to a black man and he feels a certain type of way that I have the views that I have, right?
Craig said that.
I don't have to have
Craig said that.
Oh, my fault, Craig, right? I don't have to have any allegiance to you because of skin color whatsoever, right?
Allegiance. I'm asking for you to understand. Not saying that you have to have allegiance. It's just you act like we are just so far.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
You're acting like we.
Who the hell are you to tell and ask someone what offends an individual? I can be offended by your speech. How the hell is nigger no racist but nigger is? You are a weirdo.
Who the hell are you to tell and ask someone who offends an individual? I can be offended by your speech. How the hell is a nigga or how the hell is nigga or no racist, but I ain't gonna say that one is.
Yeah, you're talking about the hard R, right?
Yeah, I don't like.
Don't ask me, right? Ask the people in the 80s that made the differentiation in the 80s, okay? Ask the people that started hip hop, right? Ask them why they felt like it was okay to take a word that with the hard R and transform it into a, and it was okay. And for the record, it wasn't just black people that started that movement. It was also Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Or Latinos. It was also them involved, you know? And it's just like, what if Kais is of African descent? Does your opinion automatically change? You know what I'm saying? Just because he doesn't look of African descent doesn't mean that he's not. Y'all get
Nobody said he wasn't.
I'm just saying. So if he does have African descent,
I think
your opinion automatically change?
I think I even commented on that in the beginning.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so wait, if he was African of descent, you would expect for him to know that, right? So if he knows that he's African of descent, that means he doesn't have to apologize, which what he did apologize on Tony's live.
It's not even about something. I feel like it's not even about that, bro. Can
I interject here?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
this is.
I want to.
My bad, Julissa. I've seen you down here for a minute. My bad. I just thought you were listening. Honestly, I would have been let you speak.
No, I'm just waiting on the point to step in. I just think we're going and touching on subjects that's not even the topic at hand, and you guys are going to get baited into a conversation you don't want to have.
Right.
What I will say is, this probably be unpopular opinion. I don't think Kai should apologize at all, and the reason why is because he said what he said and he meant what he said. Why would I go back and apologize for? And I get, Ron's point. It wasn't said in the context of being malicious. I don't know who he was talking to, white, black, brown, purple, who the people were on the end of those tweets or what he was referencing, but he meant what he said in them. So no, don't apologize for him because you meant what you said. Now today he may say he doesn't have that language in his speech. Do I believe that? Not necessarily. But at the end of the day, I don't think he should apologize. Why? Because it doesn't benefit him at no point. We are not his target demographic. It's people who look like him, plenty of kids. Y'all know the vibes.
Yeah.
Those are his target audience. Are they going to stop listening to Kais? Hell no.
No.
I'm sure Kais has done plenty of other shit that was questionable.
Yeah.
And people are still flocking to him. You have people in the chat saying we are stupid for even having this conversation. Yeah. Kais is a part of the culture. I'm like, Kari, I don't fuck with the people who I feel like take from the culture and don't give anything back. But we all, I feel like, are a dying breed in that essence of just loving sneakers for what they are. Right. We're the older generation now, and now we're just yelling at the moon. Kais, he's going to be who he is at the end of the day, regardless if he says it or not. It's not going to change it. It is also a lot of people now who don't care who they're around. They say the word. You can go pull up videos right now on YouTube and look at people concerts. Who is in the front row? And they are saying the lyrics. There ain't no mouth in them. They are completely saying them. So I get it. I'm with you guys. I wish that the word wasn't in certain people's vocabulary, but it is. I can't go and fight everybody who says the word. No, also too, I don't want him to donate shit to the NAACP. For what? Because to me, I feel like 5K is gonna be a drop in the bucket for him.
Right.
It ain't gonna matter. That's just performative action, like a bunch of people who, like Kari, you said, turn they photos black and did this, that, and the third. People do performative politicking, giving money to this place, hand over mouth all the time. I don't want him to do anything. At the end of the day, if that man felt a certain way about those tweets, one, he would have deleted them, and then Tony wouldn't have to say shit. He would have got on Twitter like, yo, these tweets came out X number of years ago. That's not who I am today, blah, blah, blah. But again, I don't think he is because he doesn't have to.
And my thing is, bro,
that's very good points you made there.
Absolutely.
Because I can't lie too. And I even mentioned to Kari, like, if he did, make an apology, it's not like it's gonna change anybody here's panel mind. They already said what the fuck it is. So and I'm the type of person like I said earlier, if I'm gonna apologize, I'm gonna apologize because I want to apologize, but I'm not gonna apologize to somebody who's not even gonna if it ain't gonna change shit, and unless I mean it, I'll do it. But it's like it ain't gonna change shit. So what the fuck? I'll apologize to the people that it matters to. Tony, if you felt some type of way, I apologize to you because I know you fuck with me. So that's how he might look at it. I don't know how the man look. I didn't ask him, yo, why haven't you apologized on Twitter? I didn't ask him that question, But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, the people that he's not he'll be apologizing to people that don't even watch him, don't fuck with him, basically. So does that mean that he doesn't need to do that? I personally, if I feel bad about something, I'll do it regardless of whoever the fuck it is, whoever's affected. But at the same time, yeah, I'm not gonna go back to one of my exes and be like, hey, I'm sorry I liked you. I'm sorry I said all those things about. I'm sorry I said that I thought you looked good. When I was saying that shit back then, I actually meant it.
Right.
So I see what you're saying, Jaleesa.
That's why I said earlier to what end? What would be the purpose?
No, yeah, and so this is to Craig. So Craig, this is only because Kais is in the sneaker community, or does it go for anybody in general that's gets caught using that word publicly?
I mean, it's for anybody. It went from it was a conversation of just being a culture vulture, and it was just kind of like, man, I really have always had this feeling in the back of my mind that sneakers has gone to a place where it's like they like what we make, just not us. And it's this there's this essence that continues to grow within the sneaker community of just being like, oh yeah, like
And I gotta say something, Craig, because gotta be a legend to say it. And y'all are still gonna buy Pure. Fuck out of here. Now I don't know if you were saying it what kind of way, but you gotta think about something. If you want to, boycott Pure because of what Kai said, you gotta understand you're basically stabbing. You want to stop buying Pure, but don't forget that Bull and I are two people that actually own the company.
Wait, who said that?
No, this somebody. He's in the chat,
He's responding to, yeah.
and it's like you are at the same time. Yeah, Kais is not black, but that is a partially black-owned business. So it's like if you look at it that way, like you're only kind of like it's like a double-edged sword. Like you want to say fuck it, but then you're also saying fuck. It is a percentage of a black-owned business, and if you put me and Bull together, we own the majority of that percentage. So it's a majority-owned black business at the end of the day. So, and like I said, I address Cuss about it because, like, if I'm going to be working with you, I can't be working with somebody that has that type of mindset. And I personally had the conversation with him, off air as well. And I feel like what was told to me, I felt like it was genuine. That's just me because I know the man personally. Somebody that doesn't know him personally, that y'all might not feel that way. And I'm not here to tell you, hey, man, you got to accept his apology. Or, hey, man, Kais is not a racist. You got to believe that. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm just saying, based upon someone that actually knows him, all that shit, like him saying it off air, I don't believe that. Money, Sonny.
We need you to apologize for clapping Gorilla Cheeks.
Facts.
Salutes to Arambe. We need to apologize for clapping Gorilla Cheeks. Salutes for the $3. And salutes to Big Money Sonny. Was cracking young blood. $25 donation. Had to stop in the show some love. We're kicking it. And Zay is live for a few. Salutes to the homie Ego again. One of these days, I'll get to chop it up with y'all. Stay blessed. Much love. All right, Chino. Yeah, my dog's like getting pissed off too. I think Nicole sent him up here. But continue on. I'm gonna let y'all end it off. I gotta go downstairs and fucking eat, man. Craig, I'll let y'all kind of like say what y'all got to say.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was what I had to say, bro. And like all this shit fired off from me using that tweet as a poster child for how I was feeling in that moment, which was, bro, just
that pussy popping on a handstand.
Y'all want to talk like
What's cracking,
black
young
people.
blood? Had to stop in a few to show some love.
Go ahead.
Y'all want to talk like black people, sound like black people, but if there was ever a time where it was time for you to deal with a black issue, you're not doing that shit. Not if it ain't coming with no check. And so for me, I felt some type of way that morning. Got that tweet. For me, it felt like all divine intervention because that tweet came to me and it was just like, oh, here's a photo, poster child it, and it turned into more than just what I was expressing. It became, oh, man, this motherfucker saying the N-word, I want to cancel him. And before he even get to that, I put a discretionary tweet. I said, look, I'm at peace. Am I mad that he said the N-word? Am I am I outraged? Not necessarily. I'm at peace with myself. This isn't about getting somebody canceled, not telling y'all not to watch people. I'm just saying that I see a lot of people that do this shit, and there's been two people on record now that are major influences that do it, and I'm pretty sure that some of the other people just ain't been caught yet. And it's fucking annoying. And I just wanted to express that. That's all I wanted to do. Was to just let people know that I know that it exists. I see you. And I really wish that you guys didn't do that shit. Cause we giving you enough. You gentrified the shit out of the sneaker game. We give you every avenue to get famous and to get popular off of the backs of the shit that our people create. All we ask, bro, is that you just be you. And for me, at the time, it just seemed like him saying nigga in a whole string of tweets was him just trying to be something yet. Bro, it's Malibu Most Wanted. bro. They want to be rad. They want to be rad. And like he said, bro, your cultural appropriating ass is taking the only thing I got left, my culture, and I'm gonna just leave it with that.
All right, homegrown. You got anything to say?
I mean, I basically said everything I had to say,
right.
and then put out there how I feel about it. It ain't right. But do I think he's a racist? Hell no. Like I said in the beginning, did I think he was an idiot for that shit? Yeah, absolutely.
Go downstairs.
It was idiotic. Like he was doing some dumb shit. And like so many people have said, to what end is us getting up here talking about it? I mean, it almost feels more.
I'm only up here talking about it because.
Right, people saying that you weren't.
One to get my opinion on it, and at the end of the day, if you want my opinion, cold cut turkey, you know, he should just address it. You know, he should just make a tweet about it, whatever, you know. But then at the end of the day, like at the same time, I get exactly what Jaleesa said, like, and that's kind of one of the things I said. Like at the same time, that tweet's not gonna do nothing for the people. Like, people already have their minds made up. You know, but if he honestly feels bad about it, then he could do it. You know. That's how I look at it. Like, so, Ron.
Yo.
Anything? I gotta wrap this up. Sorry, I'm rushing y'all. I just gotta wrap.
Yeah. Final words.
Be on here for. It's been almost 3 hours.
Yeah. So my final words is, you know, once you start to think you have authority to say which type of people can use certain words or certain terminology, that's a form of segregation, and you become no better than the people who had your people oppressed, less than 100 years ago. So that's just something to keep in mind. You know what I mean?
Sneaker fetish.
Peace.
You're muted. Go ahead.
Yep. Real quick. So first thing, I don't think that Kais is a racist. I think that Kais is the opposite of that. I think that he is someone that has looked for identity and has found it in a space that embraced him, you know, and because he was able to make a name for himself, felt comfortable doing certain things and saying certain things. And that's, you know, that's what it is. You know, my take on this situation as a whole, I don't think anything's going to change. To Lisa's point, I appreciate the dialogue. You know, at the end of the day, you know, this isn't going to affect his followers, his checks, his fans, or his merchandise sales, or Pure, or anything else. You know, so that's where we are. Personally, as far as Kari is concerned, and the reason why those tweets rang out the way that they did, number one, is because it was jarring for me. I figured that he did, but I just didn't realize that he had ever spoken like that on platform before, on a public platform. That takes a lot of balls to do that, even if it was 10 years ago. So there is that. I had other things to say, but I'm gonna keep it short out of respect for Tony's space, and I'm just gonna keep it there.
Okay, Rodney. I mean, you sure? Cause we got time. If you got something else you want to say, I don't want you to, you know, sneaker fetish. I got you. I can, you know, give you time to speak more. Like it's not an issue.
Yeah, no. I mean, like. I'm disappointed hearing Ron speak the way that he has spoken tonight.
Okay.
Like legitimately. So that, but like I said, I'm gonna keep it there.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna go deep.
Yeah, that might have to be a whole nother live or something.
Right.
Because
Right.
he can talk, Ron can talk, and I know y'all can both just. That'd be a whole nother topic. But, all right.
You know, somebody was in the chat telling me to cheer up, and I was just like,
Rodney, go ahead.
Oh yeah, all I got like final thought is pretty much is, like I said, he doesn't owe, you know, people nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if you say who you are, you have to address it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody else. You know, a lot of actors get crucified for old things that they've done whenever they were young or wasn't educated about, and they weren't that type of person, and they addressed it. And so I just say, like, if you feel like you aren't who you were in the past, bro, like I said, he don't owe me shit. But just for your sake and like for your fan bases, because even though his fan bases isn't majority black, bro, you know, it's some people still stand. You know what I'm saying? Some people got black friends, some people respect, you know what I'm saying? Some people aren't just like, well, you know, it was 10 years ago. Some people actually, you know, rock with the, you know, with the African American culture. So, you know, I just feel like you should address it at, like I said, he don't owe me nothing, but I just feel like if you feel like you're not that way, bro, you should at least address it.
Jaleesa?
I just say to Craig, because you do look a bit defeated. And I know we all kind of feel that way. It's exhausting seeing, you know, the culture gentrified and hype pizza, etc. But I would just say, don't let those people get to you, because at the end of the day, they have to go lay down in their beds and sit with the fact that they don't even like themselves. They don't have a true identity. They ain't taking it from somebody else. They're insecure with themselves. So I would take that, you know, you have that part. You're secure with yourself in the culture. But also, too, I gotta agree with sneaker fetish. It is disappointing to hear some of the things Ron said. Especially as a black man, it's very, very interesting. But I will say this: you give people an inch, they'll take a mile. People get around you saying, "Yeah, nigga, this," in a, you know, a joking way, or it ain't malicious. Get into a fight with them and see what happens. Get into an argument, and that ER come out real hard, and then that their family and everybody else will come back with them. So yeah, interesting. But you're right, Tony. That would definitely have to be a different live.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. We'll see if it's, you know, if Sneaker Fetish wants to come back, or Ron always here, but I just know that that would be a, you know, whole nother thing. But, you know, at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys all coming up here and speaking. Everybody and the people that did come, like Mike and the two brown kids, I think his name was, and everybody, man, who took the link. I appreciate y'all.
No, I appreciate it too. Craig, if you get a chance, check out the private chat. You know, check it out if you really about that life. You know what I mean? Check it out, bro. Salute to the panel. Salute to Tony D, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace,
Salute
peace.
y'all. Craig, do not check that link out, because you going it's 10 times worse. Yeah.
What, I don't even see what link is it.
He's talking about IP2, bro. You don't want to look into that, bro. Trust me. That shit is horrible.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. You know, I did this show off my own. I didn't call Kais. I didn't tell Kais I was doing this. And at the end of the day, you know, I wanted to address it, you know, because at the end of the day, as a business partner and all that, like, people think I'm gonna be defending him, or, you know, I'm gonna speak on how I actually felt about the situation, even though I didn't have to make it live about this, but I did it. And even though I made a live about this, and I think I called it down the middle on my end as being his friend and as being as a viewer, saying that he should, you know, address it, whether it's on Twitter or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna do what he want to do at the end of the day. I've had my talk with him already, publicly, privately. And even with all that being said, people are still gonna say, you know, oh, you defending him. Like, it's never gonna be enough. The same way it's not gonna be enough if he apologized. It's never gonna be enough what I did, what I'm doing now. So it is what it is, man. To each his own on that. You know, at the best way to, you know, if you got an issue with him, just stop watching. You know, stop watching him and leave it at that. But if I felt some sort of way about it, like if I felt it was a racism or something going on with it, I would have definitely have been voiced it. I wouldn't, you know, this happened, like I said, years ago, where I addressed it, and I wouldn't have done Pure or done other businesses with Kais, or even, you know, linked with him. So that just goes to show where I'm at with it. At the end of the day, though, it was not appropriate. It was not right. So I'm not saying that. And like I said, I'm not defending the actions. I know a lot of people that have done fucked up things, and you know, it doesn't. I'll have the talk and we keep it moving. And a lot of us in this chat know people personally in our family that have done fucked up things, and we still, you know, even though they've done fucked up things, it's like we don't, you know, cut them off. So it is what it is. I'm not saying that that you should be accepting of all that shit, but I'm just promising you that there's people out there that got family that done probably killed somebody, that done some of the worstest thing ever, or even said the word nigga, or was racist. And, you know, they have changed, or they try to do better. And, you know, for those reasonings, You know, they still love that person as a friend, family, whatever. With this situation with Kais, he said what he said. I addressed it publicly. I addressed it privately. We have talks about it. And, you know, at the end of the day, until I see something different, if I see Kais out here 2022 saying the N-word and doing other shit, then that's where we'll take the next step further on how I feel about the situation. But in closing, I feel like I feel good. So salutes. Hey, it's the Too Wild for TV channel. Everybody gets addressed. And I ain't backing down, bro. But I was gone because I had shit to do. It was my birthday. So salutes to everybody who took the link, though. Once again, I appreciate y'all. And yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. And we'll be back probably tomorrow. I need to get that song. This one beat. That one beat. Not this one. Is this one? Yeah, this is it. All right, y'all, I'm out. I got to go cook, man. I might not even be back because I ain't cooked dinner and it's 11 o'clock. So my wife about to kick my ass. Y'all about to get me motherfucking killed. Hope y'all appreciate the show. And yeah, I love y'all, man. Hit that motherfucking like button, though, man. Y'all didn't even hit that goddamn like button, man. For real, hit that motherfucking like button on your way out, man. Peace.